Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no heroica, blu, blu, blu. Con Pau O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.
You guys hearing the music? I don't think you were hearing the music. Let me just try that again. There we go.
Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no heroica, blu, blu, blu. Con Pau O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Saturday Night InSaNiTy.
Boo.
Yes, we are.
I'm needy.
Uh-huh.
Pay attention to me.
Oh, God.
Alright. How's it going, everyone?
Sorry for the delay, but the Cram Crypt wouldn't shut up about taco time for 45 minutes, so I was waiting for them to stop talking about taco time.
This motherfucker never said anything to us. We were talking.
I was literally sitting here ready, waiting the whole time.
Hold on. Know that he was sitting there waiting.
Nine times out of 10 during the week when we do this,
yeah,
he sits there and like surfs social media, checks his messages, whatever. And then when he's ready, we start the show.
Well, no, I'm usually getting the show ready, and there's things I need to do to get the show ready, and I maybe look up a couple of things related to the off-air discussion we're having. But
I can't read your fucking mind.
Well, if I'm sitting there silent, not contributing to the discussion for 45 minutes, take that as a hint. Maybe you should check up on me. Jesus Christ.
You do that during pickups all the fucking time.
That's doing pickups. That's in the show. It's not pre-show. Jesus
I have to
Christ.
read Sean's mind now.
No, just a little common sense here. It's like, hey, Sean hasn't said anything for 45 minutes. Hey, Sean, you ready? Yep, just waiting on you to finish talking about taco time.
I'm ready. And
anyway,
that's all you have to say.
And the funny thing is, the irony of it is, the modifications we made to the show mid-show last week means it takes less time for me to set up now. I clicked like 2 things and we're ready. Anyway, sorry we're late. Blame all of us for different reasons.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'll take that.
Blame Sean specifically because you could have heard our 30-minute discussion about fast food. And now you miss it. We're not going to talk about fast food.
The short version is Stout thinks Taco Time makes the best tacos on earth. Skinslip vehemently disagrees. And that was basically the essence of the discussion.
Something like that. Yes. Stoudman's a heathen who likes the worst gringo food possible.
I mean, not wrong.
My one contribution was like in the first 5 minutes of the discussion where I said, when I want tacos, I just make tacos. And then I said nothing for like...
That's a valid excuse.
True.
I mean, if I could make tacos, I'd make
It's
tacos.
amazing how true that statement is.
Mm-hmm. My one
It's not that I don't know
contribution.
how to make tacos, it's that I don't do you.
That's the connection.
Yes, thank you, JL.
Wondering
Anyway,
why I have these lights on in the background. My air conditioner is not working, so I'm not turning on the light. I'm
hey,
just
look,
gonna use these.
we're all just getting into the Halloween spirit here. It's wonderful. So one of the things I did while I was waiting for everyone to shut the fuck up about Taco Time was I checked on my YouTube playlist. I was kind of curious, like, how many Halloweens have I made it an event for Halloween? And the answer is, including the one coming up, well, not including the one coming up, the answer is 12, which means this year is the 13th Halloween celebration on my YouTube channel.
Wow.
So, all the more reason for me to make it something big and special and exciting. So, there we go.
I'm 2.
Good.
Ew, Mike
What?
likes Del Taco.
Oh, your transversary.
Yes,
Happy transiversary.
Happy
Two.
Transversary.
Until you said it, I'm like, you're 2.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm 2.
And then I made the connection.
Harold
And
Hughes.
hi, Ray. How's it going?
I applaud your very quick connection.
And
I
hi,
really
Jess
appreciate
Michelle. Jess is Ray's cousin. They are partying together and watching the show. Hi.
that. Hello, person.
Yes.
Hola.
Hello, person.
I don't know Larry.
I just told you who they are.
No, but I don't know them personally, so.
Del Taco
Yes.
is lame.
I love Del Taco. It's so fucking good. I love their Del Scorcho sauce. I love macho size fries.
Bland.
Just
The
pouring
conversation
Del
never
Scorcho
ends.
This is the conversation that never ends. When
No! Songs in my head.
When Ray was here yesterday, she left her glasses. Hi.
You almost look smart.
Do they suit
He's like,
me?
"Take
Should I get
those off."
glasses like this?
I'm sure I'd love your cousin, Ray. That's a hint. Wait, what? I didn't say anything.
Uh-huh. Anyway, so how's everybody doing this week?
Oh, I'm having a good old time. I'm great.
Jess says, I
had
love
a
the way
bad brain
Taco Bell
recovery.
fucks my ass up. Well, that's good.
Hey!
Need a little action? Get some Taco Bell.
So there's that meme picture, and it says, I totally love walking away from a giant explosion, and it has like 2 actual explosions, and it has a guy walking out of a Taco Bell bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Those places
Yeah.
are never clean magically.
Wow, imagine
Never.
that. Yeah.
gee, I wonder why.
I would rather shit my pants than go to a Taco Bell bathroom ever again. It's clear.
Probably cleaner.
It's probably is cleaner.
My pants are full of feces. At least it's not a Taco Bell bathroom.
I'll be right back.
Why did it say I'm live twice? Oh, because that's for yesterday's stream. Never mind. Nobody else posted it. Oh, I gotta schedule more Fortnite videos because those are the most popular videos that I produce.
Oh, yeah, it's
So, you know,
Fortnite?
fork knife.
Yeah, I know.
Fork knife.
Everybody loves your Fortnite content. It's
Everybody
crazy. It's just
collectively.
exploding.
I totally don't get
I look at-
like hate
I look at
thumbs
your
down on every
Fortnite-
single one of them.
I look at your Fortnite videos and they get like 500,000 views each. It's fucking
Consistently. I don't know why
Yeah.
YouTube misreports the actual numbers as like 40 or 50. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
like so many views. It's
Like you're
ridiculous.
missing a few zeros there, YouTube.
But for those of you who have been saying, you're killing your channel with your Fortnite videos, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just having fun on YouTube. I make my real money on Twitch, so I don't care
Trolling your
if nobody
okay.
watches my
So,
YouTube videos. So,
Question:
there you
have you seen your sub count go down significantly?
No,
On
it's
YouTube?
actually
No?
been it's actually been going up regularly.
So then you
So
all these claims that you're killing your channel are just complete bullshit.
they are. They don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also don't get the
They're
fact
saying that because it's not content they want.
it is, yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And the other thing that people don't realize is they're looking at just the performance of that one video and thinking that all my videos are performing that way. No, they're not. It's I have like literally thousands of videos on my channel, and a lot of my older videos still get regular views. So between the older content, the new content, it all adds up. So, I post 60 Fortnite videos that get 50 views apiece in a month. That's like 3,000 views across those 50 Fortnite videos or 60 Fortnite videos. That adds up. So I don't care. It takes me less time to do 60 Fortnite videos than a handful of regular videos. So I'm still getting the same collective views per month from the content that I produce, regardless of if it's something you like or not. So take that.
So
Anyway,
we got garbage for a whole week. We should do some Fast and Focus with 4 of us.
maybe we
We
will.
can get in.
We need a few more episodes for Halloween season, so yeah, we should do that. We could do
Don't
some,
want to just vouch for Justin, obviously.
could maybe do
I
some
have a cat.
It's a cute kitten.
could maybe do some Half Dead too while we've got all 4 of us.
Fuck yeah.
So
gotta download it. But
that'd be
only
fun.
a few minutes. So.
Yeah, I already reinstalled it in anticipation. There was I think there was an update. I can't remember, but anyway, it's ready to go. So yeah,
Razor burn on my chin.
There you
itching
go.
Really badly.
good stuff.
Don't you hate that, razor burn?
Yes, I do. Razor
Shitty.
burn sucks,
Shitty.
especially in the pubic area.
The pubics.
Yes, or when the hair starts to come back in the pubic area. It's very
I haven't
itchy.
had that situation yet.
Oh,
I will eventually.
okay then.
Haven't had a need to.
Well, I haven't had a need to either. I just thought, I'm gonna give this a try, see how it goes. And I was like, wow, this is really fucking itchy. I'm never doing this again.
My last partner liked me hairy, so I didn't really bother shaving. One before that, like, he shaved my chest.
My current partner
Just depends.
doesn't really care one way or the other, so I'm like,
That
okay,
sounds nice.
cool.
I want one of those.
There you go. And there we go. So, of course, the week we say we're not going to do the obits anymore. 2 major deaths this week.
We did say we're gonna keep it to major ones.
Yes, I
Important
know.
ones. We were not gonna originally
What
do
is
it, but I was like, hey, that's Richard Donner. I'm 99% sure.
Well, I
Sean's
wasn't going
wanna
to say
something.
who it was. I was going to wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies.
Spoilers.
You already knew these people died this week.
Yeah, I know, but it's just...
I fixed it anyway.
Anyway,
I told him that you probably want to say some words specifically about them because they were such a big influence on you.
they were big ones. Yeah, exactly. So,
The other one was up to him. He made the decision. So.
yes. Excellent. So we're paring down the obits. They were getting a little
Get on my death news.
lengthy.
No spoilers.
Don't spoil who died. We
Some
want.
weeks we just won't
Yeah.
have any.
I know. Yeah, I know exactly. Whatever. Tis what it is. That's where I get all my death news. Yeah. So yeah. So I don't know. Just get right into the news, I guess. Let's do the memoriams right off the top. So, the people we lost this week, the two sort of big ones that impacted was Robert Downey Sr. passed away this week. Actor, director, producer, writer, and cinematographer with a 60-year career between 1953 and 2013. He's known for having written and directed the underground film Putney Swope from 1969, which is a satire on the New York Madison Avenue advertising world. According to film scholar Wheeler Winston Dixon, Downey Sr.'s films during the 1960s were strictly take-no-prisoners affairs with minimal budgets and outrageous satire, effectively pushing forward the countercultural agenda of the day. Robert, of course, was the father of famed actor Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Sr. made it to the ripe old age of 85. And I don't know if you heard, but we also lost Richard Donner this week. Was, of course, big, huge, influential director. Directed a lot of big movies from all of our childhoods. Quintessential director and producer of film and television and occasional comic book writer with a near 6.5-decade-long career between 1957 and 2021. After directing the horror film The Omen from 1976, he directed the tentpole superhero film Superman from 1978,
That's the second movie, damn.
starring Christopher Reeve, as well as his own cut of the sequel Superman 2 from 1980. Donner later went on to direct more iconic films such as The Goonies from 1985, Ladyhawke, also from 1985, Scrooged from 1988, and reinvigorating the buddy film genre with the Lethal Weapon film series. He and his wife, producer Lauren Schuler Donner, owned the production company The Donner's Company, best known for producing the Free Willy and X-Men franchises. Richard made it to the ripe old age of 91. Yeah, he did a lot of stuff that was big and influential in our childhood. I mean, we've said many times, for a lot of us, Christopher Reeve is our Superman. He was definitely my Superman growing up. So,
My only contention is that he's actually more like one of the founders of the buddy cop genre as we know it today. Because without him and Lethal Weapon, they wouldn't be what they are.
Yeah,
there wouldn't
that's
be
true.
the loose cannon, the guy about to retire, the angry chief. Like
Yeah.
a lot of those tropes he put together from
2
other
days from
you know.
retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
That's part
2
of
days from
those are
retirement.
tropes on
Yeah.
various movies, and he and a few other directors in their movies pulled all those together to make the genre as we know it. You know,
Yeah.
Titan.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so in other news, trailers that dropped this week. We got the official trailer for the Disney Plus original series Marvel's What If, premiering August 11th. This looks so much fun. Looks like so much fun. The animated series will rip the Marvel multiverse wide open, setting up unlimited possibilities for what fans could ultimately see, such as T'Challa as Star-Lord, Marvel Zombies, and Captain Carter. Jeffrey Wright will voice the Watcher, an extraterrestrial being who observes the multiverse but vows not to interfere with events. Also, a lot of the characters from the MCU movies have the same actors doing the voices, too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
It looks really good. It really does.
it looks like a lot of fun. I was just like... I saw Howard the Duck very briefly in the trailer as
Yeah.
well, so maybe we'll get some Howard in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, this is
So-
Boseman's final role too.
Yeah. So it actually is Chadwick Boseman as the voice
Yeah.
of T'Challa. That's pretty awesome. I was like, if that's not him, somebody's doing a spot-on impression. Holy shit. But yeah, that's great. So we get sort of one last hurrah from Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. That's great. We got the official trailer for the Prime Video documentary Val, premiering August 6th. Oh yeah, this looks really good too. For over 4 decades, acting great Val Kilmer has been documenting his own life and craft through film and video. He has amassed thousands of hours of footage, from 16mm home movies he made with his brothers, to time spent in iconic roles for blockbuster movies like Top Gun, The Doors, Tombstone, and Batman Forever. This raw, wildly original, and unflinching documentary reveals a life he lived to extremes, and a heart-filled, sometimes hilarious look at what it means to be an artist and a complex man. That's what I'll definitely be watching.
Batman Forever. I just added this to the display that Blue just sent me the Batmobile.
Oh, very nice.
It's kind of ironic. I hope he talks in some sort of depth about the island of Dr. Moreau, because he's the one who wasn't available to do interviews for the documentary Lost Soul.
Oh, okay. He
A
might.
bunch of the other people did interviews, but he didn't.
At
And I
the-
feel like that would be really
well,
nice.
at the very least, I'm sure we'll get some behind-the-scenes footage from that.
Please.
Official trailer for the 60th Walt Disney animated film Encanto. The story is about a family called the Madrigals, who live in an enchanted town in the mountains of Colombia. Every child but one in their magical house has been granted a unique ability, such as strength or healing powers. Oh, is this like Disney's take on the Inhumans? Mirabelle, the only ordinary child, discovers that the magic is under threat, and she may be the only one able to save it. Co-directed by Brian Howard, who previously co-directed Tangled in 2010 and Zootopia from 2016, with music composed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. The film will hit theaters on November 24th. Cool.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, who did the music of, or helped on the music of Moana,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
of course Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
Hamilton himself.
Yeah.
What a great thing. That was so good.
Is he the one who actually plays Hamilton in that as
Yeah.
well? Really? I
Yeah,
had no
he wrote
idea.
that shit, too.
I had no idea. I thought he was just the guy who played Hamilton.
No,
I didn't know it was like
he's a musician, and
wow.
he's so talented. I hate him.
That's
But, like,
that's
in a
great.
completely lovingly way.
Yeah.
I hate how talented he is.
Yeah.
I mean, more power to him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Stop being so talented. Leave
Excellent.
some for me, please.
Official teaser trailer for the second season of the Netflix series The Witcher, premiering December 17th. For those not familiar with the plot of the show, set on a fictional medieval-inspired landmass known as the Continent, The Witcher explores the legend of Geralt of Rivia, played by Henry Cavill, and Princess Ciri, who are linked to each other by destiny. Yeah, the first season was very well received by fans and critics alike, so sounds
Don't forget
good
to
stuff.
toss a coin to your streamer. Oh, viewers of plenty.
Yes. Official trailer for the animated sequel, The Addams Family 2. I just picked up the first one. So cool.
It's so good.
Morticia and Gomez are distraught that their children are growing up, skipping family dinners, and totally consumed with scream time. To reclaim their bond, they decide to cram Wednesday, Pugsley, Uncle Fester, and the crew into their haunted camper and hit the road for one last miserable family vacation. Their adventure across America takes them out of their element and into hilarious run-ins with their iconic cousin, as well as many new kooky characters. What could possibly go wrong? The film will hit theaters on October 1st. And I think that's the same date, or pretty close to the same date, that the next Hotel Transylvania hits theaters. So there was a wonderful poster campaign, which had the characters saying, unhappy to see you again. So it was like one of Morticia, there was one of Gomez, there was one of, Wednesday, and then there was one of Dracula, just looking miserable. So it's just like saying, unhappy to see you again, because, Addams Family will probably just trounce that one in terms of...
I love that movie.
Yeah.
It was a very good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I look forward to watching it. It'll be a Halloween treat for sure.
Bought the Blu-ray and put it in my collection.
Excellent.
So I enjoyed it that much.
Very
All
nice.
right, well, I'm owning that.
It looked good from the clips I saw. I remember seeing the trailer a while back.
It looks just like the original character
One of
drawings
the-
for the most part.
It
you
does,
know?
yeah. They're very much modeled after the original Chaz Adams drawings, which is great. Official trailer for the Netflix original film Beckett, premiering August 13th. While vacationing in Greece, Beckett, played by John David Washington, an American tourist, becomes the target of a manhunt after a devastating accident. Forced to run for his life and desperate to reach the U.S. Embassy in Athens to clear his name, tensions escalate as the authorities close in, political unrest mounts, and Beckett falls even deeper into a dangerous web of conspiracy.
This, of course, is a spin-off of Quantum Leap, and it's Dr. Samuel Beckett from Quantum Leap.
Is it?
No. I just
No.
made that up.
Okay. Well, that's kind of a significant addition to the description. I wonder why Raptor didn't mention that.
Wow. I actually believed that for a brief second. Like, huh? Oh.
Well, I still got to watch that X-Men spin-off, Nightcrawler. I heard that one was really good.
What
So.
was it called? Oh, never mind. Got it.
So, official trailer for the CG live-action hybrid film Clifford, the Big Red Dog. Based on the beloved children's book series, Emily Elizabeth and her uncle adopt a little red dog named Clifford, who grows and grows into, spoiler, a big red dog. Clifford's growth catches the attention of a genetics company, and now the owner must protect her big red pupper. Yeah, okay, sure, let's make it contemporary and serious. We need a darker, grittier take on Clifford the Big Red Dog,
I will say about this, the first pictures I saw of this, I was like, that's the creepiest looking puppy I've ever seen.
Okay.
But then watching the trailer and seeing some of the footage from the trailer, it's like, okay, it doesn't look necessarily as bad as I was worried it would look.
It looks like an okay movie, honestly.
Alright.
But
Yeah.
it's like, I'm worried that what's going to happen with it is the same thing that happened with one of my favorite childhood books, Alexander and No Good, Very Bad Day, whatever that.
Yeah,
No Good,
that
very bad day.
No Good,
Yeah.
Very Bad Day, yeah.
No
that
good
was like
day
my
for
favorite
that,
book
yeah.
growing up, and I was like, "Oh, they're making a movie based on that, cool." And then the movie was just trash. It didn't look
Yeah.
like it was going to be terrible,
Yeah.
but it was terrible.
Okay.
So it's like this also doesn't look like it's going to be terrible. So of course it's probably going to be terrible, right?
You never know.
Maybe they
I
just
I don't know. Where the
shouldn't be
Wild
making
Things was
movies.
amazing.
Where the Wild
That's
Things Are was
true.
fucking amazing. I
But
love
that
that
looked
movie.
like it was going to be amazing, and it
Yeah.
was.
I was
Yeah.
actually trepidatious based on that fucking trailer. I was like, I don't know. They look
Yeah.
really cool, but I
Yeah.
don't know. This is a little weird.
I was totally
And then-
down for that and was.
As
But
soon
that
as
was
it's
the
like
only
5 minutes in that movie, I was so fucking sold. I was like,
Yeah.
all right,
And-
it's great. Like,
Yeah.
Worthy of note,
doubts are
like
gone.
that's the only movie based on a childhood book, by the way, that I can think of at least. Like they had a really notable director, Spike Jones.
Spike Jones, yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
they had the actual author of the book working on the movie as
Maurice
well. Like,
Sendak, yeah. It was one of the last things he did, actually, before he passed away.
so like it's not exactly the same.
It needs
but
a
I
fucking
take your point.
Criterion, by the way. It needs desperately a
Oh,
Criterion. I
it's-
double dipped for that.
it was
Would,
so good.
100%.
Spike Jones does that. Like his movies are always very interesting takes on whatever the core concept is, and
Right.
so why he doesn't do very many movies, you may notice. But when he does, almost
They're
guaranteed
meaningful.
it's going to be something really special. You know.
I always feel like his movies are always meaningful to me in some way. It's
Yes,
kinda
they
wild.
are. Well, if you look at my reviews of Where the Wild Things Are and Her, they are both added with the tag "a very personal review" because all of his
Yeah.
films seem to touch on something deep within, like some very personal note that, you know, demands a more
Being
in-depth
John
take
Malkovich
on it.
adaptation, forgot about that too.
Adaptation's another good one. I got to watch that one again.
Ooh, I'm here. I missed that one. I didn't see
And
that.
Being John
Scenes
Malkovich.
from a suburbs. Where is
Yeah.
this?
All right. So featuring David Alan Grier as the voice of Clifford, the film will hit theaters on September 17th. And then we have the official trailer for the Epix original series, Chapelwaite, premiering August 22nd. The series is set in the 1850s and follows Captain Charles Boone, played by Adrian Brody, who relocates his family of 3 children to his ancestral home in the small, seemingly sleepy town of Preacher's Corners, Maine, after his wife dies at sea. However, Charles will soon have to confront the secrets of his family's sordid history and fight to end the darkness that has plagued the Boones for generations. Based on the short story Jerusalem's Lot by Stephen King, and
Oh,
is
it's a
a
sequel.
precursor to Salem's Lot.
A prequel. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Oh, cool.
I think it was written after, I believe.
I don't
That's
know.
why I thought it was a sequel. Yeah,
Maybe.
makes sense. Jerusalem.
Well, prequels are often written after,
That's true.
so
I'm interested. I
Yeah.
really would like a nice, really well done movie of Salem's Lot.
mhm.
I would love that.
I don't know, I like the old one.
Luckily the old one is kind of that. So-
Yes, it is. I don't know, like
Thought the original
I-
movie was a little slow. I'd like a more modern
it is.
readaptation. That's all I'm saying.
I would.
I
So
don't
I
know.
say
I'd
a
love to see
feature
it
film instead
do
of
that.
that is a TV miniseries.
yeah.
So I feel like if it was shortened a bit, that
There
would be
is a
like-
shorter version though. There's the theatrical cut,
Yeah,
which cuts out a lot of the slow stuff. So just watch that version.
It needs to be made with that. But like, see, I feel like that's cutting the movie in the directed vision. And like, if it's made with the idea of it being shorter, I don't. That's just my brain. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
Anyway.
should check out the theatrical cut of that though.
Yeah, I don't know how available it is currently, but it's
Oh,
not.
I've
It's not
got
on.
my
It's
ways.
not on Blu-ray. I know that, but I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
I have my way.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, officially. Come on. We
My
all
friend
have our
Steve's got
ways.
everything.
Yeah, we all
Thanks,
have
Steve.
our ways, but we don't talk about those. Anyway, official trailer for the Hulu docuseries McCartney 321, premiering July 23rd. Music legend Paul McCartney sits down for an in-depth one-on-one with music producer Rick Rubin to discuss his groundbreaking work with the Beatles, the emblematic 1970s arena rock of Wings, and his 50-plus years as a solo artist. Exploring music and creativity in a unique and revelatory manner, the documentary gives a front-row seat to Paul and Rick in an intimate conversation about the songwriting influences and personal relationships that informed the iconic songs that have served as the soundtracks of generations. Then we have the official... Huh?
I said, well, all right.
The official trailer for the HBO original documentary Woodstock 99, Peace, Love, and Rage. Premiering July 23rd. Woodstock 99, a 3-day music festival promoted to echo unity and countercultural idealism of the original 1969 concert, but instead devolved into riots, looting, and sexual assaults. Yeah, completely not
And
what it was intended to
$35
be.
bottles of water, which caused all that shit.
Yeah.
A lot of the writing part of it.
Yeah, it ended up
great.
being some giant marketing capitalistic bullshit.
Oh, great. Yes, that should be an
Yeah,
interesting
right? They turned
documentary.
Woodstock capitalist, and that's why there's all
Yeah.
that rage.
How not
I
to
just
do
don't remember the
Woodstock.
footage of the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder why they
crowd surfing on a
didn't keep
piece of
doing
plywood.
Woodstock. Huh.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
guy
me too.
crowd surfing on plywood is etched in my
Yeah.
brain forever.
Yeah. See, like the 94 Woodstock was great. That was wonderful. Everybody had a great time. It rained. Everybody got all muddy. 9 Inch Nails just went with it and did a muddy concert, and
Oh yeah.
it was good stuff.
The 99 concert had Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock
Insane Clown
Singing-
Posse.
singing Get in the Pit and Try to Love Someone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, then Limp
Yeah.
Bizkit came out and sang Break Stuff.
And then,
Yes,
that's
exactly,
great.
exactly. Oh,
Well, there was a collective
riot
entire
happening.
audience as he was
yes,
singing.
yes.
There was a
Yeah.
riot at the back of the audience. They couldn't tell what was going
It's
on.
so
They thought it was
crazy
just
to me
rowdy
that,
audience.
Mhm.
Corn was the
Yeah.
less fucking crazy of the bands that are Corn.
Right?
Yeah.
Korn is the least crazy band there.
So next up, I watched the trailer for this on mute because I was on stream at the time, but I really want to see this. I gotta check out the first two in the trilogy because if it's anywhere near as awesome as how this looks, I am totally in. We got the official trailer for the Netflix original series Transformers: War for Cybertron trilogy Kingdom, which I'm guessing is the concluding one. Yeah, so premiering July 29th. In this conclusion to the series, worlds collide when the Maximals and Predacons join the fight, coming together with the Autobots and Megatron in an epic battle that will alter their destiny forever. This looks like a G1 fan's wet dream. Like, it just looks
It does.
so amazing. I might probably wait for that to come out later this month and then watch just all three of them back to back because it looks spectacular. So, yeah, awesome. And that's it for trailer news this week. Movie and TV series news. Mike Flanagan and Trevor Macy, the duo behind the likes of The Haunting of Hill House and Dr. Sleep, are co-writing and will executive produce a pilot of Something is Killing the Children, adapting the Boom Studios comic book written by James Tynion IV.
Oh, so I kind of recognize that title.
The comic's first story arc told of a town plagued by monsters that feast on children, with one teen survivor telling tales that no adult believes. Into this scenario enters a mysterious young woman named Erica Slaughter. The woman, who occasionally converses with her stuffed animal, isn't there to mince words, but rather to mince monsters. Well, that sounds fun. I'm down for that.
Louis.
Yeah, I'm pretty much down for anything Mike Flanagan at this point. Like, he has my trust as a horror auteur. You know, I don't think he's done a single thing that I haven't enjoyed immensely. So
I mean, I've liked pretty much everything he's done, yeah.
exactly, yeah.
To some degree, at least. you
Yeah.
know.
The Nacelle Company is reviving the 1980s cartoon Silverhawks. The original show consisted of 65 episodes with a concept that revolved around a team of 29th century heroes with metal bodies and wings who were tasked to stop an organized crime ring and protect the citizens of the galaxy of Limbo, which had been overrun by the show's antagonist, Monstar. Yeah, and it was the original was produced by Rankin and Bass as kind of an offshoot of the Thundercats concept. It had a lot of the same voice actors in it, same style of animation, but it didn't. It only lasted that one 65-episode season, but it definitely has its fans. I mean, I always liked it. So yeah, so we're getting some kind of revival of it. Look forward to checking that out.
Of the Adventures of Galaxy Rangers.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So and getting like a nice like either rock or metal remix of the theme song.
That was supposed to have a second season, but it wasn't successful enough. If you watch the series, the last 5 episodes, I guess the last week's worth of episodes of that, were clearly setting some events up that were going to be explored further in a second season. But yeah, and there's also a few loose,
guts, no glory.
few loose dangling threads from some of the
No
series arcs as well. So Yeah, it would be great to see some kind of revival of that, or maybe at least
Ride us on the
at least a
rain.
movie of some kind, maybe to kind of wrap
Yeah.
up those loose
Yeah.
threads. That'd be
Or does it
great.
kind of do what they do with like
So-
Brave Star, but in reverse?
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of keying off the series with a film,
Yeah,
you end the series with a film,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was the original idea with Jason the Wheeled Warriors as well. Is it was supposed to have the single
another awesome intro, by the way.
Yeah, the single
Yeah.
65 episode season,
Yeah.
and then it was all going to be wrapped up in a movie. But it came out at a time when there was kind of a glut of toy-based cartoons, and it just kind of got lost in the shuffle and got buried under the likes of bigger franchises like Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Transformers, and that was that.
Buy up all the rights to these cartoons like Brave Star and Galaxy Rangers and Silverhawk, and then just make your Avengers universe with them.
Visionaries.
Cartoon movies, Visionaries.
They already tried that with the comics, and it bombed hard.
Yeah.
They tried the Hasbro universe, and it just Transformers and G.I. Joe fine, but when they incorporated everything into it,
Mask
it just
actually worked rather well.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
not
the-
saying it didn't work. Like to some extent, like Mask worked because it was a similar concept to like G.I.
Exactly.
Joe and stuff, and it had like elements of both. But so it kind of just fit right in. But putting Rom in there and Visionaries,
bit
it was
much.
a little
Yeah.
too much.
I was okay
but-
with Visionaries to some extent, but like, I mean,
They
it
don't-
had,
yeah.
it's not as good. I
No.
didn't like the way they did it. I just didn't. Yeah.
Well, they never got a solo. They only got a crossover one with Transformers, and that was it. That's all we got of the Visionaries revival after all that anticipation. Like, fuck.
Yep. We got one new action figure made
Yeah.
based off of GI Joe sculpt, like that
Yeah.
scale, and then
Yeah,
that was it. I wanted to get it so bad too.
yeah. Oh,
Too
well.
expensive because it's convention exclusive.
Oh, great, even better. Let's make it even less accessible to the longtime
Yep.
fans.
Like Joe Con or whatever it was.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're getting some kind of revival of Silverhawks. I'm definitely going to check that out. I still got to get Volume 2 of the original, actually. I only have the first volume, the first half of the series.
Silverhawks is having a revitalization right now. They just had a new toy line launch with Super 7 that just closed today, I believe.
That's one of the reasons this is happening, apparently. It was a pretty successful launch, so...
Huge response.
So they're like, hey, let's maybe do a new cartoon, see how it goes.
And I'm guessing that there'll be a new kid-focused toy line to come out in response with that, too.
Cool.
I'm cool with that.
So Fangoria, the genre film magazine, is getting into the movie-making business. Not the first time. They've done stuff like that before. Under the newly launched production shingle Fangoria Studios, the company is developing a feature-length film titled Sitora, inspired by a lost Malay 1964 horror film, Sitora Harimau Jadian. The upcoming creature feature centers on a tyrannical shaman who puffs up the threat of a supernatural half-man, half-tiger as a means of preserving his feudal control. Malaysian actor Wan Hanafi Su is attached to play Sir. The film will shoot in real village locations in Malaysia. Difan Sina Norman, a Kuala Lumpur-born and Los Angeles-based filmmaker, is set as director. Very cool. Well, I'd definitely like to check that out. Filmmaker Greta Gerwig has signed on to direct Barbie, the highly anticipated big screen take on the iconic Mattel doll's story, starring Margot Robbie in the leading role. Margot Robbie as Barbie. I will watch it.
Being assaulted. What?
I will.
Wow.
I will watch it on that basis alone because Margot Robbie is a fantastic actor.
I mean, I love the stuff that Greta Gerwig's done. It's just like that's a weird choice. No, I'm not opposed to it. I'm shocked. Wow.
Previously, Gerwig has directed 2017's Lady Bird and 2019's Little Women to much critical acclaim. The film is scheduled for a 2023 release.
I can't wait until everybody gets upset that Barbie isn't heteronormative.
Oh, I hope
Oh, that's
not.
gonna
I
happen.
hope she is hetero. I hope she's gay as hell. Great.
She is whatever the Mattel Corporation deems will be profitable and sell more dolls that year.
That's probably true, actually. Not wrong.
It could be. I'm hoping it's kind of like Josie and the Pussycats, where it's like a commentary and all that shit.
I hope it's like.
I
and
really
it goes
need to
under the
see
noses,
that.
Like,
I really
Josie
need to
and
see that.
Pussycats
Yeah.
Clearly want everyone under everyone's noses.
Yeah.
I'm sure Target one has signed on to promote this movie. They realized they were gonna get fucking the knees cut out of them in the actual movie itself. So it's like there's so many things. I swear that movie belongs in the Criterion Collection for how subversive it is.
Nice.
Being made in the studio system and yet it mocks the studio system.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I love stuff like that. Director Zack Snyder has his next project lined up at Netflix. His next product, yeah, well, technically.
Not wrong, really.
His next project lined up at Netflix, an epic sci-fi fantasy titled Rebel Moon. Snyder is co-writing the script with Army of the Dead co-screenwriters Shay Hatton and Kurt Johnstad, who co-wrote 300. The story is set in motion when a peaceful colony on the edge of the galaxy is threatened by armies of a tyrannical regent named Belisarius. Desperate, the colonists dispatch a young woman with a mysterious past to seek out warriors from neighboring planets to help them make a stand. Oh, so it's like the Seven Samurai. Yeah.
Seven Samurai, yeah.
Fun fact, over a decade ago, the film was originally pitched as a Star Wars film. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Well, I'll check that out.
Wow.
That'd be a bit of a stretch.
I like sci-fi takes on the Seven Samurai.
I would love a Seven Samurai style Star Wars movie.
Yeah, well, that's basically what this is, I guess. It just without the Star Wars branding.
Universe would be great. Yeah.
But
that's cool. I'm already sold on the concept.
Yeah, for sure.
It makes me wonder, like, what the original concept, Star Wars wise, would have been.
What do you mean? Oh, like what that would... Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah, like how it would have been with, like, which characters...
I don't know.
Where, doing what.
Yeah,
you know?
would it have been, like, someone getting a group of... Like a ragtag band of like maybe a Jedi and a bounty hunter, maybe like a
almost kind of like what
defected stormtrooper or
That's
something.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Rogue One is highly referential of Kurosawa. So
absolutely.
Yeah, well, so is the original Star Wars. Hidden Fortress, anyone? Yeah.
Hidden Fortress is a big one, of
So we
course.
kind of already know what it would.
I remember when we all watched the Hidden Fortress. I think I had watched it, and I was like, okay, we all got to watch this. Like, you won't believe, like, this is.
I saw it in film school.
This is Star Wars with samurais, but I think
literally C-3PO and
I think Stoud hadn't seen it yet, but I remember we all watched it together, and
it had been a while since I've seen it. To be fair, but it's literally C-3PO and R2D2's grand adventure.
It's also just a great.
Droid.
It's also just a great samurai movie. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Kurosawa.
Love those characters. I need to get that. I think there's a Blu-ray for that. I should get that.
Of Hidden Fortress, yeah, there's a Criterion Blu-ray. That's what I have.
I need to get that.
Yeah.
I have the DVD. But
Vin Diesel has confirmed a spin-off film based around the Fast and Furious character Cypher is currently in early development, with Charlize Theron planning to return. Cool. Still haven't seen a single Fast and Furious movie.
Inserted here.
Yeah. Yeah. AMC has ordered a series adaptation of Dark Winds based on the Leaphorn and Chi book series by Tony Hillerman. The series is described as a psychological thriller that follows two Navajo police officers in the 1970s Southwest as their search for clues in a grisly double murder case forces them to challenge their own spiritual beliefs and come to terms with the trauma of their pasts. Zahn McClarnon will star and executive produce and has previously starred in Dr. Sleep as the character Crow Daddy. Very cool.
Sold.
He was a scary character.
I like anything native. Based on native.
Yeah, same here, actually. Just wonderful culture, mythology, traditions, the whole works. Great stuff. Author Ruth Ware's haunted house thriller The Turn of the Key is getting the big screen adaptation. Written by Max Minghella and actor Jamie Bell, the story tells of a young woman who stumbles across an ad to take on a position as a live-in nanny at a high-tech smart house in the Scottish Highlands. In spite of the extremely generous salary, a beautiful location, an incredible home, and the seemingly picture-perfect family, it soon becomes clear that all is not what it seems. Cool. That sounds good. I like that idea. During a recent interview, series creator Noah Hawley provided an update on his upcoming Alien series for FX. He said, "It's not a Ripley story. She's one of the great characters of all time, and I think the story has been told pretty perfectly, and I don't want to mess with it. I wouldn't say it's been told perfectly, but you know, that's fine. We've had a lot of Ripley. Let's see what else is out there. It's a story that's set on Earth. Also, the alien stories are always trapped in a prison, trapped in a spaceship. I thought it would be interesting to open it up a little bit so that the stakes of what happens if you can't contain it are more immediate. Holly then went on to say it's about time for the facehuggers and xenomorphs to sink their claws into the white-collar executives who've been responsible for sending so many employees to their doom. Yes. Excellent. Weyland-Yutani, overrun with xenomorphs. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I'm down for pretty much anything that expands on the alien universe and keeps the predators out of it. Cool. YouTuber and filmmaker Chris Stoudman will write and make his directorial debut with the mystery horror movie Shelby Oaks, about a group of missing paranormal investigators. The project will chart the story of a fictional mid-2000s U.S. paranormal investigative team called the Paranormal Paranoids. Multiple found footage videos have surfaced online in recent months that prompted horror and ARG, alternate reality game fans, to speculate about the veracity of the case and the whereabouts of the investigators. Paper Street Pictures, responsible for the recent film The Pale Door, will produce the film. Marvel Studios and DC Films will be skipping the San Diego Comic-Con at home to 2021. However, since the likes of Spider-Man No Way Home, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and Morbius are co-productions between Marvel and Sony, they could still have a presence. The event takes place on July 23rd through July 25th. In home video news, Star Trek fans rejoice as Paramount Pictures have announced that the first 4 films, Star Trek the Motion Picture, Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek III The Search for Spock, and Star Trek IV The Voyage Home, will receive newly remastered 4K discs as well as standard Blu-rays. The other films in the franchise will also be receiving the same treatment at a later date. The street date for this release is September 7th. Now, a couple things about that. It has been confirmed by Bill Nitz. I just can't English today. Bill Nitz of the Digital Hunt. Bill Hunt of the Digital Bits, that the Blu-rays with the 4K discs and the standalone Blu-rays being released separately will be the remastered versions that are on the 4K discs, not the old 2009 transfers recycled yet again. It's finally happening, people. Finally. I'll probably buy the 4Ks just to future-proof them and never have to buy them again, and also to support the releases. They are... Now, the version of the motion picture is, again, just the theatrical version. However, they are working on a new remaster of the director's edition. So they're going back to because the company that did the CG for that originally did it all in 480p for the DVD release back in 2000. But they kept all the original project files and everything. They said, yeah, we can just re-render them at higher resolution and stuff like that. But apparently they're going a few steps beyond that and, bringing out the original project files and re-rendering them at 4K resolution, but also adding additional detail and stuff as well. So that's expected to take about 6 to 8 months for them to fully put together and restore a full 4K version of the director's edition. So that will get a separate release later. Anyone wondering about Star Trek II? Star Trek II does have both cuts. It's the theatrical cut and the director's cut. So probably very similar to the disc we got a few years ago for the 50th anniversary. It was the only one that had been remastered at the time. So, not much need for too much restoration work there because it's already been done. But yeah, they're finally remastering them. We've waited literally 12 fucking years for this. That, we can finally say goodbye to those garbage 2009 discs. We're literally just the DVD masters thrown onto a disc. DNR bullshit. And we're getting the rest of them. And apparently the way they're doing it is doing it in 3 batches. So this is the first 4 available as a box set and individually. Then we're getting the next 3, so it'll be 5, 6, and 7. So I guess 7 is being grouped with the original crew because it's kind of the last appearance of the original crew characters, or some of them. And then we're getting an 8, 9, and 10 set. So the last 3 Next Generation movies. And then that'll be it. We'll have like full 4K new remasters of all 10 movies. So no time frame on when those other 2 sets are coming out, but they are coming. It's finally happening, people. It's finally happening! I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'm interested in finally getting them on home video. I've been avoiding them since DVD.
Yeah, same. The last editions I got were the 2-disc DVD editions, which were wonderful at the time, but, you know, I've been wanting them in high def.
5 set on Blu-ray for like $12.
The only thing I wish they would also include with the motion picture is the special longer version, the one that's 12 minutes, the 12-minute longer extended cut that was the standard version on home video for many, many years. It's never had a DVD release. It's never had a Blu-ray release. Looks like it's not getting a 4K release either. It's trapped in 480 land with VHS and Laserdisc. So... And not widescreen either. Like, there's even a widescreen version of it. So maybe it was originally done for network television, which I think is where that originated.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't have all the elements anymore. I don't know. But I would love to see like a proper deluxe edition of the motion picture with all 3 cuts. I don't know. So maybe with the director's edition, maybe once that's done, maybe we'll get like, maybe. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
You're asking too much.
I don't know.
You're lucky to be getting this.
I know. But it's good that we're finally getting this because, as you know, I've ragged on about those horrible Blu-rays forever. So save your money. Wait for these editions. These are the ones you want, folks. These are the ones you want. So they're doing it for...
I finally picked them up, yeah.
What is it? The 55th anniversary, I guess it is now?
These are the droids you're looking for.
These are the droids you're looking for, yes. And speaking of more stuff getting 4K releases, Scream Factory have announced 4K releases for the first 5 Halloween films. Halloween 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The street date for those titles is September 28th. Yeah, and there's also special editions you can get of the first 3 that have not only the 4Ks, but also have vinyl records of the music, the wonderful John Carpenter music from the first 3. Expect to pay a pretty penny for those. They are collector's sets for collectors with deep pockets. I think we worked it out. It turns out it's like $300 US total to get all 5 of the 4K releases, like just the regular 4K releases, or it's $300 total to get the 3 collector's sets with the vinyls of just the first 3. So either way, you'll be dropping $300 total on whatever you decide to get. Or, like me, you'll be dropping nothing because you're quite happy with the box set from a few years ago.
I am happy with my box set. If 1 and 3 went on a good sale, I might pick up 1 and 3 because those are my favorite ones.
You wouldn't get 2?
I don't think I need the whole... maybe, but like, depending on how cheap it is.
Yeah.
You know, but like, I have no love for everything after that. It's all not bad.
Yeah.
But the first 3 are what it's about, you know?
Absolutely.
I already have Halloween on 4K.
The first 3 are the ones that I rewatched the most, by far.
Mm.
Halloween. Oh, the first one. Yeah, I think they did the first. They did the first one a few years ago, but
as far as I know, there's no new special features, right, on disc.
I don't think so. No.
So I was like, there's really no reason for me to get them anytime soon.
No, not really. But hey, if you missed out on the Halloween set a few years ago, this is a good opportunity to get at least a good chunk of the content. So, and have them in 4K.
I like the artwork. I think the artwork's pretty good.
I'm not wild about the artwork. I think it's. I don't know.
It's right. One of them looks like Nicolas Cage for some reason.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage.
I don't know, 4 or 5. I can't remember.
Michael Myers. Yeah, I'm not personally wild about the artwork. I know some people like it, some people don't. I'm in the camp that doesn't, but,
It's
The
184.95 for just.
Actually, speaking of which, the Star Trek set actually looks really good. The only complaint, I think you shared my opinion on this, Skinslip, was it's the pennies saving white background that seems to be all the rage right now. Would have looked a little better with black, I think, but
It
whatever.
would have looked better if they had
The-
like a spacey kind of background.
Or a
Right.
spacey background, yeah. But the actual like montage of characters and spaceships and
Art
stuff on the
looks
cover
great.
looks really good. And then
Yeah.
the individual releases actually just have the movie poster artwork on it. Although for the motion picture, they have this strange recreated movie poster art. It's not the original painted artwork from the movie poster. It's like a Photoshop designed to mimic the look of the
Maybe
design
there's
of
a
the
rights
original.
issue.
No, there's no
Failure of
rights.
that.
There's no rights issue. It's the same fucking artist for all of them, like literally all of them. So
No.
it's like you can't use that one, but you can use all the other ones. It's like okay, that makes
0 cents.
it's just one of those strange head scratching decisions. Like, but the original artwork was beautiful, and this mimics it fairly well. But original artwork, please. I don't know. Anyway,
My favorite movie is number 6, so I'm waiting for this. all of them out.
Six is great. I like most of them, honestly. Like I like the 2, 3, 4 trilogy.
5's the only one I don't really dig, honestly.
Yeah, well, and I mean, even that's not a total write-off. It has some nice
No,
little
fuck
fun
no.
character moments, but there's definitely some issues with the story. But
God, need this car ship.
yeah, that's actually one of the moments I like, where Kirk is like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
I just would expect it to come sooner.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
yeah. Fair enough.
Almost the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. But yeah, and I've always liked the motion picture. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, it's just so boring," and blah blah. I like it. I don't mind a leisurely pace. There's some good character moments.
It's world building.
It's world building. Yeah, it's sort of setting up a deeper, richer
You have to-
future
You have
world.
to understand, the
it-
fucking show had been on TV in prime time in like 20 years, so
for
it
like
wasn't as
10
popular.
or like a little over
Yeah,
10. Yeah,
whatever. So it wasn't as popular. It was still a rerun, don't get me wrong.
yeah. That's why they did the movie.
But they
'cause-
wanted to make sure if this
yeah.
is the first time you saw this, you understand what's going on. So.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of world building and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which is further explored in later movies and expanded upon. But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I love it. And Wrath of Khan is just great stuff. Love it. Search for Spock is a decent continuation of those themes. Voyage Home is hilarious.
And
you
these
know.
are all up on Amazon already, by the way, so you can pre-order them if you want.
Oh, well,
Blu-rays.
there you go. Pre-order away, folks, and do consider
Okay.
using my Amazon links to
you go.
kick a few
They're
pennies my
only-
way.
They're
So
only $14.66 right now. Isn't that crazy?
wow,
For a
really?
brand new release, yeah.
Holy shit! That's I wonder how much they are in Canada. Let me see here.
$39.99 each, buddy.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? Wouldn't surprise me. Star Trek 4K. Star
Well, I'm
Trek.
talking about the Blu-ray specifically. But, yeah.
I'm talking about the 4K. The 4K. They're not even up on Amazon CA yet, so I can get the Kelvin trilogy in 4K.
Don't know if the
Man,
4Ks are even
I
up on
don't even
Amazon
want to do
yet.
the compendium version at this point. I'm so burnt out in those fucking movies.
I still have to see the rest of the third one. I only watched like the first half of it and then went on and did other things.
I think any of them were bad, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I just feel like they were letdowns of Star Trek movies. Excuse me.
I liked the first
Brain
one.
fart.
I wasn't wild about the second one. I liked what I saw of the third one. And I love the cast in those. I think it's a
Mhm.
great cast.
Nothing
But,
wrong with the cast.
Yeah, love the cast.
I like all of the new ones.
Yeah, I think they're all right.
I don't hate any of them.
I'm just
Yeah.
glad that, it's something new with the original crew characters, I just wish they were a little better. But, I don't know.
Freudian slip. The thing I'd rather be watching. No, I'm kidding.
Actually, that new
I'm
series, Strange New Worlds, looks good. It's about the adventures of Christopher Pike and his crew
Ooh.
on the Enterprise. Yeah.
That I'm interested in.
That
I'm also interested
really
in seeing
good.
Lower Decks. I hear that's really good. So.
Yeah, I want to see Lower Decks, too. That looks like fun. But
my friend vouched for that one.
Cool.
And I'm like, okay.
I'll have to check that out.
Hardcore Trek, you told me this is the really good one. Okay.
Alrighty. Yeah, I definitely need to get caught up on all the new Star Trek stuff. But I'm glad to see that the franchise has kind of made a comeback in recent years. Picard's really good. I watched a good chunk of that. But, all right. So, Sony Pictures have announced a 35th anniversary release of Care Bears Movie 2, A New Generation, on Blu-ray for the first time. Street date is August 18th. Do we have a Blu-ray of the first Care Bears movie? I can't remember. I don't think we do. But
I need both of them. So.
Yeah, Care Bears Movie 2 was the one that introduced the Care Bear cousins. So you had like the non-bear characters, which the lion dude and
Lionheart.
Is it Lionheart? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then I remember they did like a whole
One of my favorites.
new season of the show afterwards. So it was like the Care Bears version of Transformers, where they had like the movie and then they had a new season that took place after the movie. So, because I've got a DVD set of the early episodes of the Care Bears that I think lead up to the movie. I might have the movie on DVD, but yeah, I don't know. Gotta love the Care Bears. Good stuff. Good wholesome family entertainment.
There is not a release of the Care Bears movie on Blu-ray.
Oh,
hey.
Well, poop.
There needs to be.
We need that.
Yeah.
Let's have both
I
of
need
them.
both of them.
Please.
Why would they release
Please and
the
thank
second
you.
one but not the first one?
That's what I was wondering. That when I saw the announcement, I was like, "Oh, cool! Wait a minute. Did they have the first one out? What's going on?"
Is it a different rights holder?
Probably. Might be different studio. Similar reason to why we don't have GoBots Battle of the Rock Lords out, because it's owned by Paramount.
The Short Circuit 1 and 2 are out of print now.
Yeah. So
It's a
anyway.
case of, well, we might as well just release what we have.
Yeah, basically.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
I might find another company to release theirs too. So.
Meanwhile, Paramount Pictures have announced Blu-ray releases for the following sports films: Necessary Roughness from 1991, Blue Chips from 1994, Hardball from 2001, and The Longest Yard from 2005. The street date for these titles is September 21st.
Yeah, they're releasing highly meh titles.
Yeah, I know. Whoa! The fuck? Ah! Hold on. The fuck just happened? Okay, restart now. It's still going. Are you gonna reboot or what? There, I'll hit the restart button. Wow, that hasn't happened for a while. I don't know what it was doing. I saw the hard drive going earlier. I was wondering if it was trying to run an update in the background or something, or what. I don't know. What? You know what that sounds like? The motion tracker in Aliens. Right? 10 meters. 7 meters. Can't be, Hudson. That's inside the room. Alright, hold on. We're going to have to reboot a couple of times here just to... No, Aliens. The Aliens one had that pulse sound. The Alien one was a beep, 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 beep. Completely different sound. And now Sean's audio is out of sync. What are you talking about? It's fine. La, 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 la. My audio's fine. What are you talking about? Okay, can you just get all this fucking spam out of my face? No, I didn't want to click on it. Ugh. Alright, hold on. Let me just reboot here. Yeah, you gotta understand, like, that computer is not the computer that's streaming. If it was, it would kill the stream. So this is the other computer. you see. So whatever happens over there doesn't affect what happens over here. So, yeah. Greetings, programs. It was your greeting for a while. Well, there you go. Nice one. Again, full Tron mode. Oh, yeah, I guess Gridman. Yes, that is a on your end issue. That is with the reception of the stream, not my broadcasting of the stream. That happens sometimes. Pausing and unpausing usually does, fixes that. All right. So, no strange pulses this time. It was so sudden, like there was not even any warning or anything. That was crazy, man. Crazy. Let's get back into Zoom here. Just give me a second. I'm just going to go over here while I set everything up on this. Come on, can you fucking finish loading, please? Oh, you have a meeting that's currently in progress. Can I join that meeting? Can I join my own meeting? Hold on a second. The meeting may be still in progress. Yes, it's still blue. It is still blue. It says old-fashioned BSOD. It's still blue. Yes. Yes, it is. No. Alright, fuck it. I'm just going to start a new meeting here. Hold on a second. I don't know how to get back into the other meeting. Chat. No. No. There's no button for me to get into. End other meeting. Okay, hold on a second. Invite. Damn it, I want to finish the news so I can have pizza. I'm hungry. Rip in peace, yeah.
Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
Going good.
Excellent.
Ah, here we go.
Welcome back. That was fun. What happened was, you know how when it blue screens, it'll kind of like stutter the last sound?
Mm-hmm.
So it was just kind of meh. Yeah, so it just like hung on meh.
And it plays it like louder than anything you've ever heard before too, so it's startling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was ridiculous.
Yep.
Meh.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. There we go. Speaker view. What? Why is it just put? I want to see the others in the little windows on the side. Why is it not doing that now?
You fucked it up. It was doing that. It's your fault.
Am I pinned? No.
I'm
You
glad
fucked up. You fucked up. Take your pants off. Those are the rules. I didn't write them.
Immersive view. What? Fuck no. Get out of my face. Gallery view. Speaker view.
Gallery. I'm pretty sure it's a gallery view, isn't it?
That's what
There's
I
so many
thought.
times that
But it's not putting you guys down the side now. It was before. It's just putting me there.
No.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll just carry on. Fuck it. Can I hide me?
No.
Because it's just me sitting there in the corner like a dumbass with nobody else there.
Just talking to yourself. The show.
Gallery view.
Hello.
No.
Hello.
Speaker view. There.
I like turtles.
But then it
Turtles
just...
like
I
me.
like turtles.
Oh, hold on. Here? There! Okay, there's a little thing here I can click that's like, oh, I could have a little tiny... I see. Okay, I get it. I get it now. Still learning Zoom, folks. Still learning Zoom. Okay, carrying on. So, Paramount Pictures' meh releases crashed the stream, so let's not mention them anymore. So, MVD Rewind Collection have announced a Blu-ray edition of Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman from 2000 for the first time. The street date for this title is November 9th. Don't expect a commentary track. Anyway, maybe
Thank you, Raptor.
maybe there will be one. No,
Yeah, they've been
actually, that
putting
was me.
commentary tracks
I said that. That
Oh.
was me.
Anyway,
You're welcome.
Thank you, Sean. But, they have actually been putting commentary tracks on some of their releases.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much, JL. Thank you. Boutique UK label 88 Films have announced an extension of their facilities to the US. Will launch in October. Excellent. I'm so glad to see these UK boutique labels starting to offer some of their stuff over here. That's great.
It makes sense for them to do, I'm sure, because
Yeah.
I know I'm not the only one. We're not the only ones, Skinslip and I, who literally order shit from the UK. Like,
Yeah.
and have it shipped from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And so they got to be noticing that and being like, maybe we
There's
should
a
do some
market
things in the
here.
US.
Yeah. Arrow Video have announced Volume 1 of Shaw Scope, a massive 12-film set from the Shaw Brothers film library. Included in the set are King Boxer, the boxer from Shantung, 5 Shaolin Masters, Shaolin Temple, Mighty Peking Man, Challenge of the Masters, Executioners from Shaolin, Chinatown Kid, The 5 Venoms, Crippled Avengers, Heroes of the East, and Dirty Ho, along with a 60-page booklet. The street date for this title is December 6th, with a second volume coming in 2022. That's pretty awesome.
Okay, can you hear that? Can you hear that? My wallet dying in the corner.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because that set's going to be like
I can't afford it.
a lot of money.
No, that's
No,
gonna be...
it's not too bad. 12 movies on 8 discs. It's not actually that expensive.
Yeah.
It's about $140.
Yeah. So, and maybe possibility of
It's a
individual
really
releases
nice
later,
one, though,
you know.
yeah.
So
They said that there's going to be at least 2 more box sets, and yes, of course, there'll probably be individual releases
yeah. So,
because they like making money.
of course.
And these are limited, so.
Yeah, of course. In streaming news, the following either premiered in theaters or were released on their respective streaming services this week. Black Widow, the 24th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, finally premiered in theaters and Disney Plus for an additional fee. Fear Street Part 2, 1978, the second in the Fear Street trilogy, hit Netflix. And
Nightwing.
general consensus seems to be that the second part is better than the first part, and
I have
people are
heard
really
that
liking it. Yeah.
My friend said that the second part's kind of mean-spirited, which is good because it's a slasher for
Yes.
the Nightwing killer.
Excellent.
Which is, by the way, I like to point out a huge homage to Sackhead Jason. So yes, the fact that he's brutal is chef's kiss.
Excellent. Good.
First part was really fucking good, by the
yeah,
way.
I'm sure. People are just harsh critics.
No.
But yeah, I definitely want to check those out. I might just wait for the third part to come out, which I think comes out next week, and then just binge all 3 of them. The first 2 episodes of Monsters at Work, the sequel series to Monsters Incorporated, hit Disney Plus. Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, the anime series set between Resident Evil 4 and 5, hit Netflix. Looks pretty good, too, actually.
Yeah, it does, actually.
Yeah. The Simpsons, The Good, The Bart, and The Loki, the parody crossover short, hit Disney Plus.
Oh, cool.
And there we go. And
I
what's...
will admit I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious.
Oh, okay. And that's it for that. All of that. So in video game news, what's on the screen this week, Eric? And thank you for Primal Rage last week. Could you imagine how good a modern-day remake would look?
By the
Yeah.
way, note his
Love it.
shirt if you like Primal Rage.
Well, you have to
That's
speak.
so
You have to
fucking
speak,
cool.
Eric, so you become center.
Oh, yes. Primal Rage.
There we go.
Yes,
Thank
Michael,
you.
I am an easy.
Ironically, yeah, it says Primal Rage, but this is actually an Overwatch shirt. But
Ah, excellent.
Oh my
I'm-
god, it is an Overwatch shirt.
I'm just
Do you-
gonna
do
go-
Do you even play Winston?
I'm just
No,
gonna go and grab
this was a Loot
the
Crate shirt.
aforementioned pizza. I'll be right
I
back.
play.
no, you know me, I'm a Junkrat Lucio main.
Oh god, yeah.
With-
I'm kidding.
yeah.
But yeah, I got
Lucio
BlazBlue. BlazBlue on the.
Yes.
Oh yeah, BlazBlue. I love those games. They're so hard though.
Yeah,
Can't-
Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger.
My brain
the
cannot
arcade
handle
version.
the combos, so I like to button mash. Against other people like to button mash. I don't like competitive playing with.
Um,
Me too. Oh.
Let me pull up the video game news that I wrote down earlier today.
No, D large, don't. I don't want it to blue screen again. That shit's annoying.
Don't
It only
egg-
happened
don't-
once on the show. It rarely
don't
happens.
egg it on.
So it's like, please don't egg it on. Yeah.
Let's see. Where'd Sean go?
He wanted to grab pizza because we're done with news finally.
Yeah.
So we have to talk stuff. Gaming.
Oh, okay.
I think it's your turn to do gaming news stuff. So.
Oh, I know. There it goes. There's the Zaw.
But yes, I would love to see a Primal Rage, like a new
I mean,
a new edition
seeing as
called
it
Primal Rage.
was a Silicon Graphics game
Pizza.
in the same vein of like Donkey Kong Country, all they have to do is just pull those files again and do
Giant
a,
monsters
like
are hot, so it
a,
makes
do
sense.
an HD rescan of all those claymated figures.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
Photos. I think it's photos
would
of
be-
playmated figures, something like that, right?
Yeah, it was all like photo digitized.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They used
Yeah.
specifically the computers in the company was Silicon Graphics.
They had pretty
Oh,
cool action
yeah,
figures,
yeah.
by the way. Back in the
Um,
90s, if anyone remembers.
Yeah, if anything, pretty much, if it was released in the 90s and it was either live action people, rotoscoped animation, or claymation in the game, it was 98% of the time it was by Silicon Graphics because they were the only company
Mhm.
at the time that actually had fast enough hardware that they had created to do digital scans, either of 3D models or claymated figures,
Oh, yeah.
to put into games. So yeah, your Mortal Kombat, your Pit Fighters, your
Yeah.
Primal Rage.
Oh, they were the go-to because you literally
know-
needed a supercomputer to do it. Nowadays, desktop computers are like
Your
what
cell
they
phone
were
can
back
fucking
then.
do it.
Yeah.
Your
Oh,
cell
yeah.
phone can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your cell phone now can do fast 60 frames per second motion tracking,
Right?
which I think is bonkers. But
Is that an ice tray you're
No,
playing
it's
around
just
with?
an ice pack. It's so
okay.
hot. I'm just.
I don't
like,
blame you. I was just wondering if it was an ice
Ice
tray or ice
pack,
pack. I
I think.
couldn't tell.
but,
A really
but
weird
yeah.
looking one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, whatever, dude.
the
Works.
the video game news for the week are as follows.
Mhm.
The first one here, I had to keep the kind of the website up
Oh, no,
just
it's
to
not.
fill out the information. The Death Stranding Director's Cut launches on the PlayStation 5 September 24th, 2021.
Is that exclusive?
Yeah.
I don't. No, I
For
don't
now.
think it is.
Oh.
For
Yeah,
now
6
it
months.
is.
I think it's 6 months or a year exclusivity. Says.
usual
It will
one
come to
to-
PC eventually.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. The trailer that was released for the director's cut is one giant hilarious nod to Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yes.
Mhm.
it's so funny.
And it's
Nice.
just all the way to him like sneaking up into a facility that looks almost identical to the very beginning of the first Metal Gear Solid game.
Oh
where he's
my
coming up
God.
out of the water.
And there's rumors
Nice.
that they're doing HD remake of that, and that's why.
Yeah.
That's,
and
That's hilarious.
the last
so
half
good.
of the trailer is him kind of like thinking about how he's going to get past the guards, and he literally spies a giant cardboard box.
yeah.
And he opens it up, like stares at it for a while, then hops inside and like hunches down and stands up, and then he like folds it back up and puts it back up on the shelf and just kind of
Yeah.
walks away.
That's hilarious.
Cheeky thing.
And that's the entirety of the trailer. The trailer didn't show anything else.
I mean,
Um,
it's the
I
same
mean,
game, which new.
That's
new
great.
Stuff.
Also,
Little
it was
fixes.
supposed to show the game running at 60 FPS, 4K,
Mm-hmm.
running on the PlayStation 5. That was supposed to be the big thing for it.
Ah.
All right, take care,
the other-
Gridman. Thanks for coming out, dude.
But the other interesting stuff about this director's cut is since its release, there's been some additions and some things that were like quietly added to the game, like somewhat announced, but not really. All this stuff is going to be included in the PlayStation 5 version, which was originally only in the PC version of Death Stranding, which is all of the Half-Life and Cyberpunk 2077 content.
Oh, nice.
Exclusivity
Easter
is
eggs.
dead, by the way.
Good.
Should be.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
it'll all be available in the director's cut. What I like about it is that it's not like bolted on or just shoehorned in. The way he did it is that he kind of wove it into the core, game. He wove it into the experience to where it's not just like, oh yeah, now you can go into a menu and put on, Keanu Reeves' jacket or something like that.
Yeah.
No, there's actually a storyline that goes into him finding the jacket, and there's all this different and all this different stuff, and it's that kind of edition.
Interesting.
Fun.
So that's coming out September 24th for all the lucky people that have PlayStation 5.
Did I install Cyberpunk? I can't remember.
All 12 of them.
All
I meant to check out the new Cyberpunk, new updated Cyberpunk. Did I install that?
Yeah, when I heard about that, I went straight to Amazon. Hey, got any PlayStation 5s? No? Okay, just checking.
Okay, just checking.
Guess that's yet another awesome game I won't be playing then.
Yeah, I can't afford it at PlayStation 5.
The last thing also is if you
Neither
do
can I,
own,
but,
obviously it is part of the upgrade program from PS4 to PS5, so you will have the PS5 version if you have the PS4 version of Death Stranding. But they also announced with this director's cut as well, being just woven into the whole thing, that with your upgrade to the PS5, so your saves will become cross-platform as well.
Oh, nice. That's
so
cool.
you could start playing on the PS4 and continue on the PS5.
That's cool.
Apparently something that wasn't available before.
That's smart.
So yeah. So continuing on with news about systems that no one has. Dark Souls 3 now runs at 60 FPS with the new FPS boost feature on the Xbox Series S and X.
Cool.
So
I thought it already did.
It did not on the consoles. It was 30. It was 1080p or 4K 30 FPS left.
Really?
So yeah, Dark Souls 3 was now on console running at 60 FPS, which is probably a big, giant, glorious sigh of relief to all the hardcore Dark Souls fans. So yeah, this next bit of info actually is for everyone that's been playing Age of Empires 2. The Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition with a recent update will now officially add co-op.
Oh, that's cool.
So, which is an interesting feature. They didn't go into too much detail on what the co-op entails, but I would guess it's kind of like the way cooperative works in games like the SimCity titles, where you're pretty much you play as two overlord characters, and you kind of help each other and bid back and forth for land, and you pose a decision and you have to vote on whether it's a yes or a no and that kind of thing. And so I really don't have much to say. Age of Empires was a series I never really played.
Well, I mean, it's another real-time strategy game. It's just got like
I think it's isn't Age of Empires turn-based though?
It's
No.
a turn.
I don't think so.
It is kind of. It's a weird hybrid mix. It's a real-time strategy game through and through to its heart, but it has almost somewhat turn-based combat.
Okay.
Probably what
when you get in,
I haven't
you get
played in a long
into-
time, so.
If I'm mistaken, I could be totally wrong on this though. I could be mixing up games like Total War, which is literally a turn-based.
Well, Total War combat simulation at that point.
It's a combat sim.
I always thought Age of Empires was real-time, but I haven't.
It probably is, and
I haven't seen it
It-
for a very long time, and only
it's,
like the old ones.
Age of Empires, from what I understand, it's a lot like Age of Mythology or Anno. If you ever played Anno,
nope.
or anything like that. It's a lot of those where you're, or like SimCity. You know, where it's a lot of building management, a lot of city management.
Okay.
world management.
Yeah, Duncan and Graham say it's real time. You're thinking of something else.
Because, like I knew as soon as everyone's like no, I'm like okay. Anyway, it's weird because I don't like that genre in video in video games. The world building type thing, city building, the nation building, the economic stuff.
Yeah.
But you put it into a board game, and I will sit up at 3 a.m. and play with you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's
literally
just the
same game.
Interacting with people.
Sometimes, and have a me too. Sometimes the medium
so overrated
is more appealing in a different form.
Right.
You know, like for me, when it comes to games like point-and-click adventure games, for me, the medium that I would prefer to enjoy these games is more as a bystander and actually as the player.
Really?
You guys watching?
I love to watch people play point-and-click adventure games.
Well, that's why sites like Twitch are as successful as they are. Some people prefer to watch rather than play.
Yeah.
You know?
I like watching certain genres more than playing them.
Sure.
So a co-op is coming to Age of Empires 2.
That's pretty cool though.
This next one, people were expecting this kind of announcement, but I don't think they were expecting this. Nintendo announced their new Nintendo Switch model, and it's called the OLED model.
Okay.
Where pretty much people were expecting like a Switch Pro, which like a faster processor, more RAM, be able to play in 4K. I mean, they were expecting way too fucking much.
That's not what Nintendo does.
No, and it's not. And like I said, I'm like, this isn't gonna happen. No.
Nintendo
I was right.
Nintendo don't do that.
Exactly.
So, but what they did do, which I still think is interesting, but I would say if you already have a Switch, it's not.
The thing I'm probably gonna find eventually is this new dock, because the new dock has a instead of doing Wi-Fi, it's got a native,
I know. Let me get to it.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but to kind of dash your dreams on that, the dock only works with this new OLED model.
I thought they said you could buy it and dock the original.
Nope.
Also,
it's for this new because the new one's larger.
Is it larger? Shit.
Yep. It has a new larger.
But it's got the same
7-inch
plug. So it
yeah,
matter
still,
if it's
but it
larger.
doesn't physically. It won't. It's not. It doesn't line up.
So proprietary bullshit.
Yeah, they're gonna get you to buy the whole damn package instead of the.
Yeah.
Just
that's nothing new for Nintendo. They've done that.
Plus, it's all extra added shit that they got to do software wise.
I'm not buying a goddamn new system.
I mean, I was going to say, that's why I said at the very beginning, if you have a Switch, this is completely pointless. Or even a Switch Lite.
It costs more than a video game to get that thing. I just wanted so I could not have to use the Wi-Fi. I don't like using the Wi-Fi for games.
But, like I said, it's going to have... The biggest thing was the portable screen is now a 7-inch OLED screen versus the, I think, 5.5-inch?
Something like that. 5.6, something like that,
5.6 inch LCD, standard LCD screen that it has now.
5.5. Think about it. Yeah. That's the same thing.
So it's going to have a larger screen. So it's going to be a slightly larger system. It's going to have enhanced audio in portable mode, which means it has 2 speakers instead of 1. That piddly little stand on the back is gone. And it's now a full stand that goes all the way across the back, and it's adjustable. Which is what it should have fucking been in the first place.
That's where I had to put my micro SD card in.
And what I stopped Skinslip before she said it, which was the biggest thing is it's going to have a wired LAN port on it.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, it's going to have wired Ethernet on it instead of just Wi-Fi is the only thing available, unless you get a USB adapter. So and that's releasing October 8th.
I just wanted wired internet on my Switch, and it wasn't asking
also,
too much.
it doesn't come in like black and gray like the standard
black and
Switch.
white.
Yeah, it's gonna be like this weird.
Mostly black.
It's gonna be black and mostly white actually. It's like,
yeah, it's right. The other way around.
Yeah, it's like mostly white with like weird like black accents on it.
I have an all black model. I'm good.
But yeah, that's what I do. Mine's all black or gray or black and gray. Or
I have the blue and red one.
Yeah, I had these two, but the system itself is black.
I have a remote control from my television.
Oh, me too.
Oh.
But
Can you tell
yeah,
the only button I
was
do
like,
on it is turn it on because it's a monitor? Yeah.
I was the 1% that just
Power and
thought
input.
the-
That's really all I use.
the red and blue
Occasionally
colors
volume.
of the standard Switch model was just obnoxiously bright.
Well, I don't like it
Obnoxious.
either,
Ugly
but-
as hell.
But like, it was the only available model, and I said, "Fuck it," and I could always buy new.
Yeah, I waited.
things
I
at some
waited
point.
until the black and gray ones were available.
I assume if I ever
Because like if you look around at my
live with
systems
Stout,
and stuff like
I might
that,
get a second set.
almost all of them are black, except for
Yeah.
like my Dreamcast. That's really about it.
So what this reminds me of is the new Nintendo 3DS, where they
pretty much.
literally add like one fucking button, and then because all the games afterwards were only playable on the new 3DS, you had to get the new one. We don't know if that's going to happen.
No, and that's
This
probably not
time,
going to happen.
It's probably not, because it wouldn't make sense for it to.
No,
but, like,
because
It just reminds me in terms of like they're adding so
that
very
would literally
little.
be the
You
most
know?
idiotic move that Nintendo has ever made.
Yeah.
You know, be like, okay,
It's a lot.
let's take a model that no one really needs.
Never gonna let it die.
Let's
Hey,
take a
Sean,
model that
look what
no
I
one
got.
needs at all.
Hey.
Are those Totino's ones though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
what are
made
they-
by the same people.
What are they
I know
called?
they are.
What are they called again? There.
Pizza stuffers.
Stuffers. Yeah. What
Totino's.
What flavor did you get?
I can't even remember.
No.
I wish I could eat
I'd
those,
open
and I
and
miss
see what
those
it is.
so much.
Pepperoni.
Yeah.
I miss Hot Pockets and.
Is this
other
the first
brands.
time you've ever had them?
Yes.
Excellent.
Delicious, I'm sure.
We should probably
With
look at
As long as it tastes like
Stout
pizza.
as he
What?
tries one for the first time. Here we
Let
go.
him continue his thing.
Fucking
What are you
turns
doing?
off his screen. His camera.
Yeah, they continue.
Wait, what?
All right.
I'm not even looking at the.
Ah, here we go.
Now we have a food interlude. Nice, Stoudman.
Thumbs up
Interlude.
from Stout. There you
A
go.
food interlude.
There you go.
Tastes like a
Very
Totino's pizza.
There you go.
Your mother
Excellent.
tastes like a Totino's pizza.
Oh, shots fired.
Well then. Excellent.
I mean, Totino's pizza rolls are just basically baby pizza pops. I mean,
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
But see, the
I
problem,
like them.
the
I
problem
miss
I have with the small ones like that is there's so little filling in it. It tends to get dried out, whereas with the pizza pops, it stays like mushy the way it should be,
Gushy.
gushy, just gushing stuff.
Or, as my favorite word is,
Yeah.
moist.
I think my only
Nice.
problem is that they'd be like, I would bite into them and they'd be like nice and warm on the outside and fucking lava on the inside.
Oh yeah, the pizza pops are like that too. Yes.
Yeah, the reverse blow technique.
Mm-hmm.
See, I've made a huge fucking mistake. That face.
Yes. Blowing
Yeah,
into your mouth, into your own mouth.
Moist.
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 But yeah,
I make my
love
dad
me
go
the
like
pizza
"Ugh,"
pops.
every time I say it.
Moist.
Because I'll just go moist. And he'll go,
I don't know why people suddenly decided they had this big issue with the word moist. Like, what's the
Oh, it's
problem?
actually it's a common little thing. There's like 5 words that are like the like trigger like most commonly a negative feeling in people. And moist
and
is one of
triggers
them.
like a.
Yeah,
What
it's
the
one of those
fuck
five
is wrong with
fine.
moist? A
Nothing,
moist,
it's a psychological
a
thing. It's like
moist, delicious cake.
no, it's like
you know?
it's like
Moist
it's like they have a
Yes.
gene or whatever in their body that
The
makes
moist
It's
them
like,
gene.
remember
it's like
this
when I
thing.
was younger.
Whatever it is, not really.
Back when I was in,
you know what I mean?
Back when I was in high school, I used to think the funniest word in the English language was spongy.
Spongy. Well, it is a pretty funny word.
It was just one of those. I had it to the point with a friend of mine. I would just go spongy, and even like we'd be in class, and it was just dead silent. I would go spongy, and he'd go.
I always liked the word kumquat.
Ha.
Not because it's like suggests cum like as a dirty thing, just because it's a funny sounding word. Kumquat.
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 Like no one
Oh.
seems at all to know what a loquat is.
Okay.
Loquat. What?
So the most hated words in English language are riddle,
Riddle.
phlegm,
Phlegm.
Phlegm.
moist,
Moist.
moorish,
Moorish. Okay.
Foetus.
That sounds like
Yeah.
some racist
Like a
shit.
fetus. It's foetus.
Immortal
Oh,
shit. Like,
fetus. It's pronounced
Yeah.
fetus.
I know foetus.
Foetus.
Tofu for some reason.
What? Tofu.
Crevice.
Crevice.
Mucus. That's a big one. That was one of the
Mucus. Yeah, I can see mucus.
Here. Moist, mucusy phlegm. There you go.
Tender.
Triple whammy.
Tender for some reason.
Tender. Moist, tender,
Baby hose.
mucusy
The crevice
phlegm.
is filled with
Giblets.
tofu.
Tofu.
Flaccid.
Flaccid. Well, nobody likes flaccidness.
Yeast.
The crevice is
Yeast.
filled with flaccid,
Pus.
moist, mucusy
So,
tofu.
so ones that suggest bodily fluids, is that kind of
A lot of them,
lot of
yeah,
them,
I would
yeah.
think. Yeah.
moist, tender,
Phlegm.
I think we're
pus-filled
triggering
crevice
most of
Phlegm.
the chat right now.
of
Phlegm with a PH.
moist phlegm?
Phlegm.
Moist phlegm.
Pantyhose.
Just those two. Moist phlegm.
Phlegma.
There you go.
Phlegma. There we go.
Toe food? Yes,
Schmegma.
toe food.
It's phlegm and smegma.
Smegma? Phlegma?
Oh, apparently phlegma is a word.
Is it really? What? Do we want to
think
know
it
what
is.
it is?
If it's in the-
It's the German way of saying phlegm, apparently.
Oh, phlegma. Okay.
I didn't know that. That's it. I was doing.
Phlegma!
Phlegma.
Flaccid tofu equals shitty dinner.
Flaccid tofu.
I like tofu. It tastes really good. I don't
Tofu's
know
fine. Just how it's
It
prepared.
tastes like whatever you marinate it in.
I think we should
Basically,
recategorize
yeah.
tofu as not
Excuse
a food, but more of a texture.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because
It is
as a
kinda.
whole, on its own, it's more of just a texture than a flavor.
Yes.
And the super, you get extra firm.
Yes, that is correct, Duncan. But we were talking about phlegma. That's different.
Yeah, which is
Pay
just
attention.
phlegm, but smegma and phlegma. Phlegma. There you go.
How did we get on this conversation? We were talking about video games. Like
You
You
said moist.
and then we
Oh.
talked about why that was the worst word, and I went and looked up what the worst words.
And we looked up even more Worcesterer words.
Yeah.
Anyway,
back to
There's
video
probably more.
games.
Any more
this is-
video
so yeah,
game news?
The
Okay.
insanity
Yeah.
part.
yes, I have
Yeah.
a few more things.
Okay.
Show.
I was moist.
That's why it's called Saturday Night Insanity.
Flemmy.
You know, it's in the title.
But,
Gonna have some Cajun jazz mix.
Hell yes. I wish I had some of those.
Good
so
shit.
yeah, new Nintendo Switch models coming out. Woo.
No.
Sorry.
We finally got a teaser trailer for the still very much in development, but finally we got some gameplay footage of it.
Mhm.
The System Shock remake.
Jazz Manic. Jesus Christ, you people.
Oh, they're doing a remake of that finally?
Yeah, well, they've been doing
I
a
never got a
remake
chance to
for like
play the-
5 years at this
I
point.
never got to play the original one, so I'm interested.
And it looks the trailer is literally just like
Blue waffles.
10 minutes 10 minutes
Why?
of gameplay footage.
Mm-hmm.
And
Why do you drink blue waffles?
well, yeah, moving on from blue waffles.
Mm-hmm.
Still Duncan's fault.
Shut up, Duncan. But yeah, it looks really, really good. It's amazing how they can make the game look really modern, and yet at the same time kind of keep that simple polygonal style with like super neon lights and like sharp lines and neon colors, and also really dark. The game is like long dark corridors, and just creepy shit around every corner.
It's cyberpunk, right? You said.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
It's more of neo noir.
Okay. More interested. More interested.
So, where it's just like, yeah, it's set in a between cyberpunk modern day, like a less.
No, you didn't give me to look it
No.
up.
No.
Duncan.
No, we all know what it is. This is welcome to fucking 2006. Like, come on.
Yeah, my brain just remembers what blue waffles looks like. And thanks a lot for
If
that.
it's any consolation, blue waffles has been debunked. It is not an actual medical condition. It was
Of
a
course.
Photoshop
Yeah.
troll that a lot of people
Oh
fell
yeah,
for.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the same one as that stupid one that I still see all the time. That thing with all the holes in the people's hands.
That
Right.
is a real thing people have. Like,
Tryptophobia. That's
a
what it
fear
is.
of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the fear of just holes.
Little
That-
holes. Yeah.
like that. But no, that's not because that was another thing spread around like blue waffles. Like it was from like an actual medical condition, and I'm like, no, it's not.
People
Yeah.
are just weirded out by it.
You're dumb.
Yeah.
If
I
you
mean,
actually
some people
think,
are weirded out by it. Whatever.
I mean, yeah, it's fine to be weirded out by it. Yeah, it weirds me out too. But it's the people that actually thought it was real, and it's just like, no, are you, God, you been on the internet?
Do you
No, it's
internet?
not real.
No. Yeah, it was
anyway.
a click shock
There's
thing.
a clickbait.
Yeah.
Yeah, click shock bait. Yeah.
Back in
Click
2000.
shock bait.
But yeah, still no release date for the System Shock remake. Obviously, because it's still, I think it's an independent project. It's not like done by a big developer. But yeah, it looks fucking phenomenal though.
Nice.
If I ever make a movie, the working title will be Blue Waffles.
Yeah. And last but not least, this is just a little added little bit of information that I found interesting. Is in a meeting, a Nintendo meeting to shareholders, they discussed the pretty much viability of the mini consoles that the NES and the SNES mini that they had released, and it was brought up in conversation, and they have not completely ruled out the future of more mini consoles coming from Nintendo. So, so hope is not entirely lost. The idea of like an N64 mini.
I would think that, like, when they look at the secondary market, like, please just look at the fucking secondary market, Nintendo, and see that literally every single one of those that you released in Nintendo and the SNES, both of those, have shot up in value to like twice their original value, if not more.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So, like, you should see that and be like, oh, people really like this, and people really want this.
We should re-release it again.
Re-release it or keep making the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I mean,
it
like,
should be plainly
really
obvious.
All they have to do is
keep going with these.
Yeah.
Because usually you always get the people, and it always bugs me because I guess I have the foresight and the knowledge to understand like what goes into making these mini consoles. So like the viability of like a GameCube mini is not really all that viable. And it's just like that doesn't make any sense.
I want one.
As much as it'd be cool to have one, but if you're spending like $250 because the hardware inside of it required to emulate fucking GameCube games, needs to be powerful enough.
Fault is that Nintendo?
No.
And stuff like that. But so I would say the last possible mini console they could make would be like I guess two would be some kind of weird like Game Boy Mini, some kind of mini Game Boy thing, because the Game Gear one went over so well. And an N64 mini, which would be their last up until the Switch, their last cartridge-based system.
I think a Game Boy one would go over well though, because they'd put the original fucking Tetris Game Boy on there. Game on there.
You know what they need to. You know what they
would
need
just
to
sell
do?
because of that alone.
And all they would really need to do is just pretty much make. It's gonna sound weird, but pretty much make a Game Boy Mini in the same shell as the Game Boy Micro, or as the GBA Micro, that little tiny, like 2-inch
But
screen.
instead of a cartridge slot, give me an HDMI slot, so I could play it on my TV.
Yeah, it has like 30 built-in games. The legendary titles from the Game Boy Color era.
How cool it would be with the cartridge slot was the plug slot.
Yeah, and you can output it, and then you could output it to a TV and give us all the same output features that like the Super Game Boy had,
right?
With the borders, the extra features that came with powering it through a Super Nintendo
New borders
as well.
They want, like whatever.
Changing the color palettes, creating your own color palettes. That was the big selling point, minus the fact that you were playing Game Boy games on your TV at the time, which is now far from a novel concept. But yeah, just don't do what Sega did and literally take the word mini to a whole new level. Make your little Game Gears about that fucking big.
It's a novelty. It's not meant to actually.
It was
played, I think.
the screen was 1 inch.
Yeah, I know. It was just a novelty, I think.
It was a novelty, but the problem is they sold them for $50 a pop with like 4 games on it. I'm just like, it was the biggest ripoff I had ever fucking seen.
I got a Super Game Boy somewhere, Buster.
And it's
What
just
if-
like,
in there.
and it's just like when Nintendo was selling a mini console
Super Nintendo over here.
with like 30 games on it for like $65, and then Sega comes out and does a fantastic Sega Mini, and then tries to do this Game Gear Mini that cost exactly the same as their Genesis Mini, and then only puts like 4 games on it, and then and it's just like, and then tries to bullshit you with like 5 different colors, so you end up spending like $300 to get like 15 games. It's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever seen.
From Duncan. You found the disc recently, but do you have the extremely rare slip cover, case, and instructions? Plus, you can tell I'm the original owner because here's the fucking flyer that comes with it. Like, 'cause I got it all.
What I was gonna suggest, I don't think they'd ever do this, but I think it would be cool if they did do a Super Scope with a bunch of all the Super Scope games in there, because there weren't too many of them, you know.
How would they do that though?
That's the question. I think they'd have to pack it with like a sensor bar, you know, like, you know.
I mean,
with,
it'd be like set up like it has a switch sensor thing work.
yeah.
Probably the same way, right?
Or just either that, or licensed Simden technology, or make modify the games to make them like positional games.
Or make it so that like when
So
you're looking
that's
down
the
the
thing,
it
scope,
would take a lot of
the
effort
screen
for
is
them
on
to
the
do
scope inside the scope. That's how you play it.
No, I was saying they do what the Joy-Cons do. They just use accelerometers and tilt sensors. So you're more or less like tilting a cursor across the screen instead of like pointing at it. So, you know, that
I'm using tilt controls.
motion controls.
Tilt. Hey, they call it tilt controls on Mario Kart 8.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, because all you're doing is tilting.
What?
I forgot about
There's
this name.
tilt,
Yes,
positional,
it's Saturday.
and accelerometer.
Hi, sweetie.
Tilt is tilt.
Oh, sorry.
I'm tilted.
Positional is
Well, if you came on the other side, I would have rubbed the other
and
arm.
accelerometer is accelerometer. So,
Thank
and that's why the new
Yeah.
House of the Dead game that's
How you
the
doing,
remake that's
kiddo?
coming to the Switch
Purple.
is using a mixture
Purple.
of positional and accelerometers
Very nice.
Nice.
to mimic the light gun,
Mm,
which works rather well. I've played other games that use that kind of similar technology, and I've also used.
Hi,
funny enough,
Rosie.
I'm basing it mostly off of the arrows. Some of these newer like LG TVs that have what's called the Air remotes or Air mouse.
LGBT what?
Huh?
Is it LGBT what?
I said LG.
LGBT
I know.
air remote.
Life's good. But they have their. I think it's LG that does it. They have their air mice remotes.
Hmm.
So and yeah, that's just accelerometers. But like it kind of feels like you're kind of pointing at the screen and moving it around. So it works well.
See you, sweetie.
Well enough, at least. I guess. But yeah, but that's all the video game news for the week.
Excellent.
Alright.
So, pickups.
I have 21. Only
my
2 of which
God.
I bought.
I have 6.
I have
I
2.
got jack shit.
I have 2.
Can't stop buying things, even though I shouldn't. You know?
I can, because I can't afford to buy things.
Right.
These were one that I bought like literally 2 months ago when I had more money for buying things, and it just
I-
arrived now. And the
I
other was
over
something.
inserted my account, so.
The other was something that was just cheap, and I wanted. So I was like, I think I
What
can
was
get one thing.
It was a whoopsie doodles on
So,
my part.
Yeah,
There you go.
very good. All right. Well, here, let's have Skinslip go first with her 8 billion things.
Zach, Bluto 1992 sent me a stack of movies,
Yay!
half of which I've never heard of before. So
Excellent. It's gotta be
But
something
before
for
that,
you to not have heard of them.
I ended up getting this game because it's my train's birthday. So
Yay!
Mario Kart Super
Well,
Rush,
Super Rush.
Very
and the
nice.
boys here have it, and we're definitely gonna be playing it here soon. It might just be me and Eric this week on Monday, but we'll see.
Actually, have not even taken mine out of the plastic yet.
Oh, I played it. I played a little bit. There's a story mode that I've played a little bit of. It's fun. Not hard, but it's cool.
Taking it out of the plastic now.
So first, I already have this Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark
Mm-hmm.
because it became one of my Dinosaur Dracula fun packs like a couple months ago. And next we have the Water Diviner, which is a film Russell Crowe directed. Okay. Next, he sent me a note apologizing for sending me this. It's Pat, Blu-ray. And I was like, oh, thanks for
He's
that.
always gonna troll us. He sent me that.
The thing is like, I
Enrique
look at this
Iglesias.
movie, and like the whole premise is like, now I'm like, is this transphobic? Is this phobic of non-binary people? Like,
No, it's Saturday Night Live.
no, but like, look at the O, and the look, it's the trans symbol.
Uh-huh.
And
Wait,
so
wait a
it's
minute,
like-
wait a minute. You never heard of Pat?
No, I'm just saying, I know it, but like I haven't
Okay.
seen it since the '90s when it came
Okay.
out, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, is this phobic in some way now? Because back then,
I don't
nobody
know.
thought about that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm worried because he sent me a message apologizing for it, and I was like, I wonder. Anyway, I'm gonna watch it. You know,
I've
see the
seen
result.
that movie, but a long time ago.
Same.
Like, I honestly don't remember. I mean,
I
I know there's a
barely
lot of
remember it.
jokes about is Pat male or female, and the
The better
ambiguity.
question is, why does it matter?
And the ambiguity is the joke, is because you never know.
Right.
He or she never
And
says.
that's-
And then he or she gets a girl or boyfriend named Chris, who's kind of effeminate and might be a guy, might be a girl. Again, you don't know.
That's
That's the joke. So.
the
Yeah,
joke is
that's
it
it.
leaves you uncomfortable and confused the entire time.
And it's actually Chris, the character Chris, is played by Dave Foley from Kids
I
in the
feel
Hall.
like
So
if I were a non-binary person, I'd find this movie invalidating. But I'll have to ask my non-binary friend what they think.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it also in 17 years, so
Yeah,
Last
I
time
always
saw it,
took.
I just thought it's not very funny. And
Yeah, I always took it as you say, it doesn't matter, and that's the message. Whatever a person wants to be is what
Next.
that's them. So.
I got this movie called My Bodyguard. Never heard of it. So
Oh my God, you have heard of that? I've told you about that. That was a huge
Oh,
movie
have you?
from my childhood.
Oh,
It was sent to me by I think Quack sent it to me.
Bluto sent it to me, so,
Somebody
hey.
sent it to me, but no, that was a huge movie from my childhood because I got bullied a lot, and it's basically about a kid who gets bullied and hires a bigger kid to be his bodyguard, and the bodyguard is played by Adam Baldwin.
I mean, hey,
So-
I'm interested in it. I read the premise that was
good.
exactly what you described. I'm like, that sounds
I
cool.
also have the novelization of it. That was a huge movie for me as a kid.
Next, I have this movie Cop Car. Kevin Bacon. It's actually been on
Oh,
streaming
God,
for
yeah.
a while, but I haven't gotten around to watching it.
Mhm.
Then we got Foxcatcher, the horrifically inaccurate life story, a biopic of what's his face. Dude, I can't remember the dude's name. It's life story. It's like they add like a whole new extra character, and they like change huge parts of this dude's life, but the biopic. It's like,
Okay.
But anyway,
Great.
It's a good movie outside of that. But
I got it because it was Steve Carell playing outside of type, basically.
Exactly why I want to see it, precisely. Next is Saving Mr. Banks. I haven't seen it. Don't know. Looks interesting. Tom Hanks and Emma Thompson. I love both of them. So next, In a Valley of Violence, Western I've never heard of before now, but Ethan
Okay.
Hawke's in it, so why not? And John Travolta, who's sometimes it's written, edited, and directed by Ty West. I'm even more interested now.
Ooh.
Next, got this animated French film, The Illusionist. I'm very interested in this. The art style in this, looked at the trailer, it looks really good. Cold in July. Don't know anything about it.
Mhm.
All-star cast, sure. Free Fire. I heard some buzz about this. I don't know anything about it. I
It's
hear
okay.
it's funny, but I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I got Nick Cage, Army of One.
Yay, we can watch that now.
Oh, well, I'll put
Alright.
that up here with the movies we watched together.
Mhm.
Then I got Meatballs, which I haven't seen since
Oh wow.
the 90s.
That's going back a ways. Yeah.
And then probably was my favorite. Oh, wait, hold on. Next, Tanya. You had this too, right, Justin?
No.
That's one I've been wanting to see again because of Margot Robbie. Apparently, her performance is amazing in that.
I'm looking forward to watching it. Because like I very vividly remember watching this shit happen. Like,
Oh, so do I with the whole fiasco.
like, the whole court case,
Nancy
the drama,
Kerrigan
the
and-
crying
yeah.
in front of the camp, like all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why? Oh God, I don't
Yeah.
ever leave my brain. The Visit. I haven't seen it yet. So.
Ooh.
I actually had recorded off my DVR, but it was off a channel that edited things, and I was like, never mind, delete. Because
It's
you
a
know,
great
Turner
movie.
Classic Movies and Fox Movie, FXM don't edit the movies; they just put them up, you know. But yeah, The Visit. Have you seen this, Justin? Do you own this?
Yeah. Yes, I don't know where it is though.
Son of a bitch. Next, you got Zootopia. I don't know. I'm sure it's good. Disney movie.
It is good. There have been things that people pointed out lately that, like, actually, that's kind of a cringy thing that they did in there, you know? But
Oh, I'm sure.
there are other aspects of it that I felt like were quite the opposite. So, yeah, it's a mixed bag, I think.
As we navigate these waters and finally come to like the consensus that that we all pretty much agree on here, but like I think these cringy moments start leaving our pop culture finally, slowly as we
Yeah.
bring them up. Next and not least, first he also this Batmobile from Batman Forever.
Oh, yes.
Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
It actually ripped on the way here, so
Oh.
I'll probably end up opening it at some point when I have shelf space for it, because it's no longer mint in package. It's like, and it'll look better on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, he sent me the greatest movie ever made, Cabin Boy, which also
Excellent.
has
One day
some
I'll be a
cringy
cabin
moments.
man. Yeah.
Has its own cringy moments. However, everything else of this is so good. It's such a it's a pitch perfect spoof of adventure films.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, for some reason it failed. I have no
I
idea.
think I've seen that. I remember seeing the trailers, and I've always been actually a huge fan of Chris Elliott. I think he's hilarious. He did a lot of recurring characters on David Letterman, and he's just a very funny
David
guy.
Letterman is in that movie.
He was
Yeah, he is.
he was the voice of Dogbert in the Dilbert cartoon.
So
Yeah.
the thing about this movie is Chris Elliott and Adam Resnick wrote this film to be a project for Tim Burton. Then Tim Burton got attached to whatever came out in '94, whatever he was releasing in '94 or whatever, and abandoned this during the early stages. And the studio convinced Adam Resnick to direct it, which is not really his style of movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little tonally strange, but it feels like a knockoff of a Tim Burton film.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tim
Mel Brooks
Burton is-
film.
That would be why then.
Tim Burton is receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award this year. I don't remember from who,
Cool.
but he's receiving
He's
that.
put a lifetime of work into films. He
Yeah.
earns that shit.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing from the Amazon Prime sale that my folks bought, that my dad gets digital, I get physical, yada, yada, yada. Upgrade. This is a really fucking great movie. If you haven't seen this, you
Yeah,
guys should
I've been
this
wanting to
movie.
see that for a while. Yeah.
Now, the only thing I bought from the Amazon Prime Day sale was this edition of Room 237.
Hey.
Yeah.
Finally went on sale. Like
Yeah, I want to get that.
Scouted. And the only other thing that I paid for, the Jackploitation set.
Oh, from
Yeah,
Golden
which you
Video.
paid for previously, like so. It's like,
Yeah, I played
Yeah.
for it last month.
Yeah.
I had to put that in the Stoud section because when Stoud finally gets his copy, we're
Yeah.
gonna watch it together.
Slow shipping. Thankfully, we're getting rid of the joy. Holy shit!
Nice.
That's
Just
everything,
look-
by the way.
Excellent.
looking
Keep in
real
mind,
quick.
the only thing I bought were the Room 237 and the fucking Jackploitation last month.
Yes.
That was it.
Gotcha.
Poor as shit right now.
Yeah.
So poor.
Just
Thank
looking
you
real
so much,
quick
Zach,
at
for
what
sending all this stuff.
Tim Burton could have been pulled away from and doing instead of Cabin Boy. He could have been doing Ed Wood.
That's what I thought.
think
I
that's
was
right.
thinking Ed
That is
Wood.
correct.
Yeah.
He was doing Ed Wood. That is
Yeah.
correct, actually.
What's funny is if you type in Tim Burton movies from 1994, the first one that shows up is Cabin Boy.
Because it's known that he was going to direct it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was a bunch of others. A Century of Cinema, Freaks, Nerds, and Weirdos. Conversation with Vincent. What is it? Conversation with Vincent. I guess just there's another one. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
D'Onofrio, clearly.
Well, I think it was Vincent Price.
I'm thinking Vincent Price,
because
Vince D'Onofrio.
Yeah, he did. He was in Edward Scissorhands, and no surprise.
Why would Tim Burton do an interview with Vincent Price?
Because Tim Burton was always a huge fan of Vincent Price. That's why he did the movie, and had.
I mean, that doesn't make sense at all.
That would make no sense at all. Nope.
No, not at all.
Never heard of such a silly thing.
Anyway,
Being inspired.
Stout.
Being extra ginger, okay? All right.
Stout, you soulless ginger bastard. What did you get this week?
Even though I couldn't afford it and wasn't supposed to buy anything, and I just couldn't help myself because it was Kino sale, so I had to get some stuff.
I almost bought something like Kino sale. Almost.
So I got The Flesh and the Fiends. I'm sorry, it's very dark in here.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
But, yes, Skinslip and I watched this together. Very good. It's about the story of Burke and Hare, right? That's the name. Those are the names. Yeah, Burke and Hare.
Peter Cushing and what's his face?
Peter
Donald
Cushing
Pleasance.
plays the mad scientist character, so to speak.
Mhm.
Donald Pleasance plays either Burke or
Hare.
Hare.
Can't remember.
I can't
Burke,
remember.
I think.
But he's fucking fantastic.
So
Yeah,
fucking
this is
good.
A really good movie. I highly recommend getting.
Nice.
I need to get
Definitely.
Body Slam and Cool as Ice. I actually need to get both those movies.
This
still.
one was like down to $7 or $8 or something like that. So I got it sight unseen, knowing nothing about it, just because it looked like something I'd like. The Captive Heart. I needed
heard
to
of it.
fill out
Oh.
the $50 to get the free shipping, basically.
Okay.
But yes, the Captive Heart. It looks pretty interesting, so I will let you know what that is like. Then I got FTA, which
Fuck
they are
the Americas.
fuck the army.
Oh, okay, even better.
This is it's a movie done about the group of people who went during like the Vietnam War to do the show for the troops, so to speak.
Okay.
And that's one of the songs they would sing. Donald Sutherland was there in that group.
Oh my god.
Jane Fonda, and they sing it. They don't really give away what they're singing in the trailer for it, but if you watch the trailer, it's like clearly that's what they're saying. And yes, it's like the show the Pentagon couldn't stop. I forgot exactly what it said.
Excellent.
Yes, based on that alone, I wanted to see it. You know. Then I got this because it just holy shit!
Wow.
Oh, this was better.
10 out of 10.
Sounded like you
God
ripped
damn.
a phone book in half.
Oh, it felt so good. Felt so good.
Sounds like you
Feels
took a
so
phone book
much
and
better.
just flipped through the pages
I
really
thought I
fast.
was gonna, I wasn't actually sure I wasn't going to shit my pants, but
It's like-
didn't.
It's like a flip book where the edge of the pages are a little too close to the spine. So it makes that kind of sound when you try to flip through it.
Oh my god, that's great.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
Holy fuck.
Dude.
Oh, that felt so good.
From the Cone collection.
Oh.
This one, just the premise of it sounded really good to me, and it's a Fritz Lang movie about like the Holocaust. So I was like,
Oh?
yeah, I really want to see this. Hangmen also die,
You know, it's funny, I almost recorded that on the DVR about like a week ago.
and you
I should
didn't.
have. I
God
should
damn
have.
it.
I should have. I'm sorry.
And then
I said I recorded 14 Elvis movies, so sue me.
Blade said
I will.
it sounded moist.
Buster Jerry said, I think that left some ring of rust around your cheeks.
Wow.
I'm getting it right.
Mhm.
This is all gas.
with the slipcover, High Plains Drifter.
I've
Oh.
never seen that movie.
Nice. I haven't seen that one either.
Neither. So I wanted to get it.
Very good.
And this one went down to like $16, which was the lowest price I'd ever seen it. And I was like, well, I gotta get that at this price. The complete series of Kurt's Cowardly
very
Oh,
Dog.
I
nice.
want that so
Hell
bad.
yeah.
I have the individual sets, but yeah, that's a little more
I'd love to
shelf
get that
friendly, I
at some
think.
point.
That show has my favorite Christopher Walken impersonation.
Mhm.
Which is funny because it's like based off fucking Pulp Fiction, a movie no one watching that show should have been
It's
seen.
a
I
joke.
know. Oh, a lot of
It's
stuff
like
in that
Christopher
show.
Walken.
Yeah.
It's like, I
Yeah.
don't want to destroy things. I just want to make wooden reindeer.
But he's also
It's like, wait, did Christopher Walken actually play this character?
When I was younger, I
Mm.
thought so bad that actually was until I
Oh, yeah.
researched it and found out that it wasn't. I was so disappointed. I was just like, oh man, because I mean, mind you, it's a fantastic impression of him, but yeah, it wasn't actually him. Still a great episode though.
That's all I got, by the way. That's it. Last thing. Sean is speaking, I presume, to Ray.
No,
So hold on.
to Duncan. Said he's never heard of James McAvoy. No, I'm sorry. You've heard of James McAvoy.
Wait, who? Huh?
Who is James McAvoy? Please tell us.
James McAvoy. You've heard of him. You know who he is.
James,
He's James McAvoy.
who
God
was
damn
in...
He was Professor X in the latter X-Men movies. He was Paul Atreides in Children of Dune. He was the fucking star of Split. We were just talking about M. Night Shyamalan movies like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
He was the adult version of Bill in the It Chapter 2 remake.
That's right. He was in It Chapter 2. Have you not seen It Chapter 2?
I have. Skinslip hasn't.
Oh, God, no, he
You
was
haven't seen any of that. What?
in the 2005 Narnia.
Have you not have at
He
least
was
seen some of those?
You
You haven't seen It Chapter 2. Well, that will be your introduction to the artistry
seen-
of James McAvoy, then, I guess.
Have you seen Narnia, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the 2005 one? Or, yeah, 2005 one.
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
He was Mr. Tumnus.
I haven't seen that in so long. I need to see that again.
It's actually,
I
it's
remember
the
liking
only,
them.
it's the only good one.
He was Victor Frankenstein in Victor Frankenstein. But
Nobody saw Victor Frankenstein.
I saw that. It was all right.
Okay. You and nobody else.
I watched it because I watch all things Frankenstein. I was like, hey,
Well, yeah.
this has James McAvoy and Daniel Radcliffe in it.
But
Sweet.
Everybody's seen the fucking X-Men movie. There's no excuse.
Yeah, everybody's seen that. Even you, Duncan. Don't lie. You've seen those.
Have you seen X-Men First Class, Duncan? Have you?
X-Men First Class,
Have
He was
you?
in
X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse, X-Men Dark Phoenix. He's Professor X in all four of those. My God, the only
Have
thing...
you? Have you?
The only thing he knows Jack McAvoy from is Mr. Tumnus, like the most obscure
Thank you,
role
Eric. Thank
that he played. That's what you know him from.
Oh my God.
My brain hurts.
Beautiful.
Anyway, I guess it's my turn for pickups, huh?
Yes.
There's a
Yes,
lot
it
more
is.
that I've seen him in, obviously, but you know.
That is, yeah, Swiss
I was
Army
just-
Man is where he is. James Radcliffe is a farting corpse, not Daniel McAvoy. What am I
He
doing
was in
here?
Romeo and Juliet. God damn it!
That's right. He played Nomeo.
No, apparently he was in Deadpool 2. I had no idea.
Yes, very briefly. Very, very briefly.
It's like I'm looking
Cameo.
through the cast, and it's like not even.
There's a
looks like
cameo.
there's,
Actually,
yeah, there's,
all
like,
of
not
all
even
of the
a-
X-Men are in it for 2 seconds. He goes on. It's a scene where Deadpool is like ragging on Colossus again for there never being any other X-Men in the mansion. And it's like, what the hell? It's like they just never, they can't afford to put more X-Men in here. Like, there's never anyone here except you two. And then as he's ranting, you just see off to the side Professor X quietly closing the door to the next room, and all the other X-Men are in there. It's like they just don't want anything to do with Deadpool. Just like quietly close the door.
Haven't done.
It's great. Okay, so I just have two. First up, this is the one that I bought like this week. It came in like the day after SNI. I got 8th Grade, which is the directorial debut of Bo Burnham, who, of course, I've been raving about his Netflix special, Inside. And I watched a YouTube video that talked a little bit about this movie and how, much like how Inside touches on a lot of social media aspects, so does this, except in this case through the experiences of a 13-year-old girl, so very much the sort of target... Thank you, JL. The sort of target focus of a lot of social media platforms, the teens and tweens, so it kind of shows the impact of that. But, yeah, so really looking forward to checking this out. I have not watched it yet. It does feature audio commentary with Bo Burnham and the lead actress, so very cool, and some additional stuff in there. So, supposed to be really good. It was very critically well-received. So, but the other reason was because a lot of the lighting techniques and such that he uses in Inside, he sort of first used in 8th Grade for his film. So, pretty cool. Next up, this is the one that I ordered like 2 months ago, and it took forever to get to me, almost to the point where I was almost about to complain, and then it showed up. Got from Indicator Films, Night of the Demon. So this is a horror film from 1957. This is a really nice edition. It has no less than 4, count 'em, 4 cuts of the film.
Also known as Curse of the Demon.
Can I talk about my thing, please? You talked about your 20. Let me talk about my 1. Anyway, yes, the UK title is Night of the Demon. The US title is Curse of the Demon. It includes both the UK and US versions of the original full-length 96-minute version and the US and UK versions of the 82-minute theatrical version. It also includes the Super 8 version, all 7 minutes of it.
Ooh, I love those.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, the original cut-down home cinema presentation. So quite a lot of extras on here.
So is there an actual difference between the US and UK version, like cuts-wise? Or I don't know. Title card?
I think it might just be the title card, to be honest.
I'm cool with that.
Because they have the same running time. So
okay.
So it's
I thought maybe they just chose different insert shots. For
so it's 2 discs. Well, that's possible too. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is the 96-minute cut version. This is the 82-minute cut version, and then there's the extras are spread across both discs.
I really want that release.
Yeah. This originally came in like a special hardbox edition with a booklet and other goodies, but that's obviously long out of print. It is region free. It's region A, B, and C. So wherever you are in the world, you can get this. That's why I grabbed it. I was like, oh, I had no idea that was region free. I've been wanting to see this movie for a long time. So, yeah. So I decided to grab it. This might be almost out of print, too. So you might not want to wait too much longer on that. Just saying.
Yeah, I need to get it.
But,
I think it's in your box.
I hope I got it.
I remember it. I've seen it.
I probably got it then.
We'll check later, anyways.
And that is all that I got this week.
Well, you got some good stuff.
But yeah, I originally wanted to what was it? I've been wanting to see that basically since I was a kid, because one of my movie monsters books, there was a picture, basically this picture of the demon, but in black and white. I think is the movie color? No, the movie's black and white. Yeah, so it's just the black and white picture of the demon, and I thought, wow, what a cool looking monster. I just really wanted to see it, and but I had no idea what it was. I don't think it said what the title of the movie was. It just had it as an example of a monster, and I'm like, what is that? I want to know what that is. And it wasn't until years later I found out the name of the movie, and that there was went by 2 titles, and then the Indicator Films put out this wonderful Blu-ray of it. So once I found out,
I saw that
once I found out that Indicator, a lot of titles are region free, and this is one of them, I jumped on that. So
I saw that and From Hell It Came, which is a movie about a killer tree, on TV as a double feature, like eons ago. And yeah, I want to get that. I want to get From Hell It Came also, because who doesn't like a killer tree movie? From the 50s.
Uh-huh.
JL had a rash on his side one time, by the way.
Talking to Michelle.
Okay.
God,
I just turn and see that. I'm like,
don't be a jerk.
Is it an Inuyasha?
Oh my!
He's
fucking
just been
God. Someone banned this man
Is
from the
there a
internet.
way to
going on about Inuyasha like all freaking night.
I know.
Boo!
So yeah,
Even Princess or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Princess.
It's kind of funny
whatever.
that I'm kind of having like a little
right.
video playing on my other monitor, and it's about JL Smokehouse Barbecue.
JL's
Unrelated.
Smokehouse Barbecue.
JL has Smokehouse Barbecue? Wow.
Sweet.
Good.
There you go.
I can't.
Well,
there it
shit.
is.
JL Smokehouse
They
Barbecue.
you've
Wow.
been holding out on it.
What have you not been telling us, JL?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I would like to sample some
barbecue
of your
king in
Smokehouse Barbecue goodness.
Unless they give me that smoky sausage, like, never mind. Never mind.
So, did we watch any movies this week?
Oh yes, we did.
Yeah, it's a few.
Okay, good. Well, bye, everybody.
We
I did-
watched Fear Street.
I think you know the answer to
Yep.
that question.
I didn't watch much in the way of movies this week. I did finally finished Altered Carbon, though, the Netflix sci-fi cyberpunk series. I'd seen the first season back more or less when it came out, and then I hadn't got around to watching the second season yet. So the second season takes place quite a ways after the first season, like 30, 50 years, something like that. This time Takeshi Kovacs is once again played by the same actor who played the original Takeshi Kovacs in like his original sleeve. But then his new sleeve is played by Anthony Mackie. So quite good.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
kind of cool.
so yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. I really like that future world. I think it's got some really interesting ideas and such. Sadly, it has not been renewed by Netflix, so that's it. However, they did do an anime one-shot movie done in kind of a 3D cel-shaded style, and I'm in the middle of watching that right now. And so far, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. So the original series was based on a trilogy of novels, and as near as I can figure, the second season kind of borrows elements from books 2 and 3. So I don't know if they've actually adapted all the novels now across the two series, or if there's still some stuff left hanging. I don't know. I guess we'll never know now. So, and there's also recently been some graphic novels set in that world as well. So there's 3 novels and 2 graphic novels. So I'm thinking I might like to pick those up at some point, because I actually really enjoyed the show. I'm enjoying the one-off animated movie, and I'd like to see some more from that world. So here's hoping. Anyway, that's basically all I watched. Ray and I watched a little bit more Kids in the Hall. We started watching some more Doctor Who. I didn't get very far into it, though, because we were pretty tired that night. But that's it. So, yeah. Planning to step up the movie watching very shortly, because, of course, Halloween is creeping ever closer. And I got to start filming some reviews. So, yeah. Good times. How about...
I did actually discover that HBO Max has every single Looney Tunes cartoon in release date order from 1933 all the way up to the stuff released in like 2004.
Interesting.
Very nice.
Order.
I 100% guarantee that's not all of them.
It's like 50 seasons. It's like thousands of...
Yeah. There's about 700
Basically,
shorts
everything
originally.
they have.
But there's a few
I bet
that
it's most of them.
there's a few that they won't re-release because of racial slurs and
I
whatnot,
mean, yeah,
propaganda.
all the
But
ones
They
that
need a
have
Leonard Moulton intro for him, damn it.
Yeah.
For Disney.
yeah,
Yeah, just put them in the one with the fucking intro. Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Forced historical lesson before you can
But
watch
that's
the fucking
cool. But of
short.
course, Warner Brothers owns HBO, so it makes sense that they'd use that as kind of their big streaming platform. Now, I wish they would release like a definitive Blu-ray set with them all chronological like that.
too.
You know, just give me like the 20-disc collection of all of the history
Give
of
me the
Looney
complete-
Tunes.
Yeah.
No.
All 700.
Like 90 years of Looney Tunes, you know?
You have to wonder how well the original
Or
Blu-ray
just-
sets they did, you know?
I
Or
don't
just
know.
release all of the seasons at once,
So that's
so I can buy them at once.
the original Blu-ray
You know?
sets give you about 150. The old DVD Golden collections give you about I don't know, there's like what, they give you about 300, I guess, thereabouts. So that's, I mean, a good chunk of them. That's about half. I looked up a list of just how many shorts there were. There's about 700 going from the
Wow.
earliest ones to the like
Crazy.
2000s, but of which
I'm on a-
about 2/3 have been released across various home videos over the collections over the years.
Yeah, on HBO Max, it's 30. It's counted as seasons.
Okay,
There's 31 sections, 31 seasons,
weird.
starting with the very first one being from 1931,
Mm-hmm.
and the last one being from 2005,
Okay,
and it goes in order.
interesting. I have
So it's just like-
there's that Porky Pig set that Frank sent me, Porky Pig 101, and it's the first 101 Porky Pig shorts in chronological order. Yeah, I would love to
Nice.
see sets like that for the other characters.
That's how they should do it, yeah.
Yeah, like give me a Bugs Bunny collection, give me a Daffy Duck collection, you know, and then
Give me a assorted others collection for the one less popular.
the
characters.
last
And
one.
hey,
They did.
same thing from Disney. Come on, Disney.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
they did that with the Blu-ray collection where they had them sorted by character. So they would have like the complete Tasmanian Devils. It was all the original Tasmanian Devil shorts in chronological order.
I want the Roadrunner one.
The complete Marvin the Martians was all the Marvin the Martian ones in chronological order.
Roadrunner.
Yeah, well, Roadrunner that came later. That's from like the 50s and 60s, I think.
I know.
That's not from the Golden Age. So,
But I want that.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to get those too. That's classic Chuck Jones right there. Is
Yeah.
the
Give
Wile
me
E.
the
Coyote
Golden
Roadrunner.
Age collection, the
Yeah.
Chuck Jones collection.
Yeah,
Do it in like 4 chunks, you know?
yeah.
4 big chunks. Like a
Big
big box set,
chunks.
like 6, 8
I'm kind of
discs, whatever
surprised
it
that
is.
Warner hasn't like pushed that more because they're sitting on like so much great content there,
I'm surprised they haven't pushed them through our archive.
and
you know?
they
And they're
haven't.
releasing
Well, they did.
Space Jam 2 and everything.
The
like,
Porky Pig set is from Warner Archive, so I get the feeling it might be kind of a test to see what kind of demand there is for that type of collection, and hopefully we'll see more. And then there was also the Bugs Bunny 80th anniversary collection that came out recently too, the Blu-ray set,
Oh, yeah.
which is apparently amazing. I really want that, but
I want to get that Mickey Mouse Blu-ray too. That they put out. I
yeah,
missed
I've got
that one.
the Mickey Mouse one. Yeah, which we're all hoping would encourage them to put out more of the old cartoons.
3 years later, and
But nothing.
nothing.
Yeah, so
2 years later, excuse me.
yeah. Oh,
They
Treasure
decided
is
to do their streaming service instead. I guess.
Treasure of the Sierra Madre is great, JL. As you probably know, that's one of my favorite of the classics ones.
I need to see that still. I've
I-
never seen it.
I was gonna say this week, other than movies that I watch with Skinslip, I just kept watching more of Red Dwarf.
Oh yeah. So how far along
Grand
are you
old
now?
Time.
How far are you now?
Just finished season 4 last night.
Okay. With Wax World.
It's yes.
Some great moments in that. Where
It's like, oh, Rimmer, you fucking Nazi in the making.
I know, right?
Right?
Well, and where
Oh, man.
poor Lister witnesses the execution of
Fascists.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
He's
Oh my
like-
god, that whole sequence.
He's
is
refusing the
brilliant.
blindfold.
Oh god.
And you hear the gunfire go off, and Lister just like stumbles down from the window. He's like, "That's something no one should ever have to see."
Oh, that's great.
And it's funny because they don't show it. It's just him explaining
no,
what happened.
we just see his reactions, and it's like, yeah, that's great.
Perfect.
No, that was great. What else was in that season? Was Camille, which is of course a big Casablanca parody,
Yes.
and we'll always have parrots. Yeah, and
Oh my god. I haven't seen that movie, but I've seen that scene.
Parrots, because they go to the nightclub.
Yeah,
The nightclub is called Parrots on Were a Dwarf. So yeah. What the hell else was in that? I'm trying to remember what else was in that
extreme order
season.
They go to the prison planet.
Oh, Justice World. Yeah.
Justice World,
Yeah. That was a pretty good one.
And then there's the opening one is the fucking the alien-esque like shapeshifter thing that he has to fucking destroy.
Which one?
You remember it like?
Hold on a second. Let me just.
Okay.
Let me grab.
Because he dresses up like.
There's Camille.
Dresses up like RoboCop in this fucking episode.
Oh, DNA. Yeah, that was the
DNA,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Where they find it, and where Crichton becomes human, and yeah. Okay, I remember that one.
I love you too.
And of course,
Yeah.
the one where we see
Justice.
like the alternate universe Rimmer is also on this.
Dimension Jump. Oh my God, where we finally meet Ace Rimmer. Yes.
Ace Rimmer.
Yeah. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
The version of Rimmer that isn't a total git.
Yes, the one that literally everyone loves and wants to have sex with.
Well, wish he could stay instead. But
That's
okay.
That's right.
Trade Rimmers? Huh? No.
And then there was the white hole that was spewing time into the universe,
Yes.
and they kept having the same conversation over and over again. It's like, what is it? I think we've had this part of the
Oh my
conversation
God,
before.
that
Only
one,
joking,
right.
and that one. And then it's like, what is it? Oh, somebody punch him out.
Punch him out. Yeah, that's right. I remember that now.
Yeah.
And then
My
the
memories
way
were fuzzy. So
the
that
way
one-
they stop the white hole is
Shinzano
game of
Bianco
pool, basically.
Lister. Yeah.
yes.
Like, you only had 2 cans. You're already
Shooting planets
steaming.
around like in a game of pool or something. Like,
It's like, what? I'm
my
not pished. Just gonna get nicely drunk. Yeah. Yeah.
nicely drunk.
It's like, if you miscalculate, we get a planet in the face. And then he does like a trick shot. He's like bouncing planets all off each other, and then boom, right down the hole. And he's like, "Pool God intended." Yeah, no, that was great. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to watch these again.
I saw movies also.
like-
Eric, did you
Yeah.
see movies? Okay. Well, I didn't know if anyone asked you yet.
All right. No, we
So,
did.
I saw Escape Room in 2019, the one that's getting the sequel to Tournament of Champions coming out.
Okay.
It's okay. There were some good parts about it. Some other parts I was like, well, it's just like a different Saw movie, basically. It's all right. I wouldn't say it's gonna be a classic, but I like the ending and I like where it's going with the sequel. So I'll probably check out the sequel sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
Next, I watched the Child's Play remake.
Ah. And
I gave it a 7 out of 10. I really liked
You
it.
liked
yeah,
it,
it's
eh?
pretty good.
Huh.
I mean, it's
Alright.
not as good as the original Child's Play, but it's a completely different kind of movie other than it being a killer doll. That's the only thing that remains the same.
I also like
Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza. Yeah, Aubrey.
Oh, yes. Aubrey Plaza was great.
Oh, she's always great.
Uh,
Love her so much.
and, of course, Mark Hamill is really good.
Yes.
He's just basically playing
Love
the
him.
Joker.
Love him so much.
He's just basically the Joker stabbing kids.
Yeah.
It's great.
I hate the way that Chucky looks in this, but
Yeah.
it's like it's okay. It's forgivable because the movie's still good. You know. It's like,
I hate that it's all CGI. That part bothers me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, can we actually, like, the face is completely CGI, and it's like, I wish we could have, like, I don't know, half and half? I mean, like, Like, there had to be a happy medium here you could have done with, but
Yeah.
nope,
I don't know.
the holy CGI face is weird.
I mean, how many movies have they done with Chucky as, you know, an animatronic character? Like,
Only like 7 or something like that.
right?
Then I watched Birds of Prey finally.
I still have to watch
Finally.
that. Yeah.
I got far enough away from the criticisms and the fluff to like be able to form my own opinions without being influenced, and I watched it.
I don't read any of that until I've seen the movie.
No, I mean sometimes it's hard to not see it roll through your feed. Though.
I guess,
So,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, well now, and like there was one spoiler that I was waiting, and I was like, wait, what was that spoiler? I'm like, oh well, gonna watch the movie.
There you
I
go.
remember.
I have sufficiently forgotten.
Yeah, because I had some brain damage, which fucks with my memory, and so like I literally sometimes just forget things on purpose.
But yeah, like I was gonna say, like in this case, you're literally using that to your advantage.
I know,
It's
right?
like, I'm gonna wait until I have fully forgotten that spoiler.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I don't, and
Yeah.
I mean it wasn't indelible. It wasn't indelible, so it finally wore out.
There you go.
So that's the only things I watched on my own. I watched a bunch more things of my own, but like that's not important. Oh, actually, one more movie called Tormented, which is a Burt I. Gordon film about this guy and his girlfriend. They're like having kind of like he's cheating on his wife with this girl, and like there's kind of having an argument, and then she accidentally falls from the lighthouse, and he kind of hesitates picking her up, and she falls and presumably dies. It's kind of they keep hinting at in the movie that she might be alive. I'm not gonna spoil the ending. It's actually really cool because it's also hinting at the same time that he might be going crazy because he keeps like seeing seaweed, like dolls stuff with seaweed, and they keep seeing that this girl is that person, and all sorts of weird shit like that. It's actually a really solid movie. I gave this a 7 out of 10 also.
Wow.
So really good. Stout and I watched 2 movies of note. The first is Fear Street Part 1, 1994.
Yes.
Stout, shall you?
I'm probably gonna wait for all 3 of those and then watch all 3 of them.
I really like the first one.
The second one just came out too.
Yeah, we're probably
First one
supposed
is
to be
good.
It's getting great reviews.
There were elements that I didn't like about it. Mainly, like at first I was like, "Oh my god, instant nostalgia," because they keep playing all these classic fucking songs from the '90s, and I love all these fucking songs. It's like a playlist of my favorite.
That'll
fucking
probably
90s
be
songs.
me with the 1978 chapter.
And, well, but it becomes like legitimately obtrusive. Like it's just
only at the beginning of the movie. It
they're
chills
playing
out.
so many songs. Like within the first 20 minutes, you hear like 15 different fucking songs from the 90s.
Yeah, it's literally it's like
Calm
8
the
songs
fuck
in a row,
down.
actually.
Calm the fuck down.
It's more like 8 songs in a row, but it's too many.
You know, it feels like it was made for the TikTok generation almost.
Plays
And
for 15 seconds next
and
song.
it's a
15 seconds, like,
it's a fucking movie about the 90s with 90s music, but it plays like a movie that's made for the TikTok generation.
which is good.
And
Well,
I'm
they're
like,
trying to sell the movie to the TikTok generation. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Besides all that criticism, it's a really great movie.
Besides that,
It
it's
holds
really
no
good,
punches. Things are brutal. I like what happens to the bad characters, the annoying characters, and I like what happens to the good characters. I'm really stoked to see the second one, and then apparently the third one ties them all together, and it's also a prequel because it's 1666. So it's like, oh, I can't wait. So it takes place both in the past and the present, and I'm like, oh, please, I can't wait for all this. So I'm like, so stoked to see the next 2. I actually might not watch. We might not watch it this week, just so I can watch double bill the last 2 parts next week.
Yeah. Cool.
Very good. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Solid fucking movie.
Excellent.
We'll be watching that frequently. If that comes out on Blu-ray, I'm buying it. Like,
yeah. Cool.
Good shit. That was it. That's it.
That's
it?
it?
I'm sorry, Near Dark. Near Dark. Because Justin's never seen Near Dark. So we watched Near Dark. Yeah. So Justin, you need to tell us your thoughts on Near Dark. Everyone's heard means John talk a million hours.
I loved it. I loved it, and it makes me wish that her work hadn't been fucking buried the way it was, and that it had been taken more seriously, because it's quite fucking good. In a lot of ways, it reminds me of another movie I hadn't seen until recently, which was The Lost Boys, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
hadn't seen The
really?
Lost Boys until recently.
They came out
We
the same
watched
year, by the way.
together. But yeah, like it kind of
No,
it reminds me of that in terms of like
are they a year apart?
the feel of
Couple years
it.
apart,
Yeah,
I
I
thought
think
Lost Boys was
Okay.
85
What is
and
Is it
Near Dark-
85?
Near Dark
Okay,
was
sorry.
87, I thought.
Yeah, Near Dark's 87. I thought they were both 87 for some reason. Anyway, sorry.
but I had fun pointing out like, oh holy shit, she's from Aliens.
Yeah,
Bill
half the cast
Paxton's
from
from
Aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Like the whole almost
Lance
Because
Henriksen,
this is
yeah.
This is before her and Catherine Bigelow and James Cameron were dating, but apparently they started dating shortly after this movie. But he offered the cast from Aliens for her to use, or the ones that wanted to come anyway. And so that's why a bunch of them are here. And they're oh my god, they're so good.
Sorry.
So no, you're fine. I should shut up.
There's a
Let you talk.
very interesting vampire story take on vampires.
I loved it. I loved
Yeah,
it
see,
so much.
I actually haven't seen Until Dark in a very, very long time.
Near Dark.
What? Yes, Near Dark, that's what I meant.
Until Dark's a video game, I think, right? No, it's Until Dawn.
Yeah. I meant Near Dark, anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't seen Near Dark in a very, very long time, so I honestly don't remember jack shit about it. So,
So good. You should revisit. It's very good.
I plan to. I've been planning to for ages, I just haven't got around to it yet. So, but I will.
Wait Until Dark. Okay, that's what my brain's thinking of.
Wait
Yeah.
Until Dark. That's a great movie with Audrey Hepburn and Alan Arkin.
I like
Wait,
the
there's
way
two
that
of 'em.
she visually builds the characters in this film, because like there's that one guy, the main like head of the family, so to speak, of the vampire family, right? And when the first time you see him is when the guy gets pulled into the camper, and in the camper you see the driver's seat, which this old guy played by Lance Henriksen, yes. You see, there's a flag draped over the front seat. It's the Confederate flag, and you're like,
Yeah.
"There's some fucking racism going on here, or something."
Sure.
But then
Not really, but
it's
yes.
revealed. It is revealed that he has been alive since that time period in
Fought in the
America,
Civil
and
War,
he fought
and
in
we
the
lost.
Civil
Literally
War.
fought
the line.
in the Civil War.
Yeah.
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 So I love how she reveals those aspects of that character, because like
so good.
you see early on the Confederate flag, you're like, what's going on there? And
Yeah.
then you kind of through dialogue figure out what actually
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Cool.
happened there. So,
Excellent.
Catherine
Alright.
Bigelow's awesome.
Yeah, she also Strange Days is also by her. Also really fucking good. If you haven't seen that.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Amazing cyberpunk film.
needs a Blu-ray. Where's the
Yes.
Strange Days Blu-ray?
Strange
I will
Days.
fucking buy the shit out of that. So
I
hard.
will get anything that is cyberpunk related. I love that
So
genre.
good, dude. It's just really fucking good too. It's like deserves to
Alright.
be a classic. I don't know not why it just
The
I
first time I saw that was
got
literally in a
overlooked, I don't
fucking
know.
film class. Like, it deserves respect.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, absolutely.
RESPEK. Respect.
Respect.
Yes.
Yo.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so is that it for yours is
That was
movies is?
Yep, that was everything. I mean, everything we should talk about. I watched a bunch of other movies that are just not really worth talking about. So I
Okay,
had nothing
fair
interesting
enough.
to say about them. So
Duncan asked, do you ever sneeze and then have muscle ache in your arms? No.
no,
Yes.
but I get my chest feels like someone punched it because my diaphragm's shaped weird.
I
So every time I sneeze,
sneeze-
it feels like someone went thunk in my chest with their
I
fist.
feel like me and Duncan are the only ones
From
that actually
inside.
feel that then.
Well, my
It's not
sneeze-
uncommon though.
Then you're sneezing wrong.
My
Sorry.
my sneezes actually cause me so much pain that I almost black out, because
Well, it hurt your back.
it makes me
Because of
it makes me jolt forward.
body,
and that hurts my
yeah.
back, and I
Yeah.
literally have like a not a broken spine, but like
Yeah.
there's like fractures in there,
Yeah.
so compression
He
fractures.
doesn't have a broken
so
spine. He just has a broken spine. You understand?
Basically,
Yes.
but like it
We're both
just
fucked up,
really
y'all.
Mhm.
causes me so much fucking pain that like I literally get faint.
You need
Yeah.
weed, my friend.
It goes away after about a minute, but yeah.
You need weed, my friend. I love this kitty.
You need weed, my
I
friend.
love you, kitty.
Duh.
I managed to find the one Fast and the Furious dog family meme.
Weed.
Oh my god.
The one out of our thousands of them that got posted, the one that made me go,
Ah.
and it's the one with him and Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah.
Is hey Luke, yeah, Dom?
I think that's the one I posted.
Yeah,
I
who was your
found
first
it, yeah.
kiss? And he just goes, family.
Yeah, yeah.
Look,
Like, hey, that's a good one.
I
Okay.
love the Fast and Furious films, but that fucking meme is making me just it triggers me so hard. I
Good.
swear.
Post
There's just
more
so
of
many
them.
of them.
Some,
I feel
most
like
of them are
there's
just so
more-
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's more
Yeah.
family memes than there have been of any other recent meme in memory. Just like,
And most of them
True.
are terrible though.
Yep.
oh god.
Like I
Some
said,
of them are really funny.
of all the ones that got posted,
Yeah, some of them
that's
are
the
funny,
one
some of
that
them
made
don't
me
make
almost
sense.
Instantly laugh.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
that's
that-
why I
the Star Wars
posted
one's
it.
like a good
That's why I
one.
posted it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that one's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
that's the one I
funny.
responded to with the laughing emoji. No, I didn't respond to any of the other ones.
Yes.
For me, it
That
was
was
the
a funny
response
one.
with
I liked
the,
a few
the
of them.
girl spitting out water. It's just a.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining us for another SNI, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all enjoyed. I may be on a little later to do some late night filming. I'm just going to chillax for a little bit, touch base with the lady. Yeah. Ray might have to leave town for a little bit, so feeling a little down right now. But basically just, you know, there's not a lot of living accommodations here. So out of necessity, she's heading back to the mainland for the summer to just basically work and continue to... Stop doing that, please. and just, you know, keep looking for a place here. And... yeah, so it basically means we're not going to see each other very much over the course of the summer. So a little bummed about that. But if all goes well, she should be back here in the fall. Wow, really? Right now?
Wow.
That is so rude.
Oh, rude. Oh
Do you,
my god.
do you even listen to the conversation, like, ever? It's like you just...
No.
I think he does, he doesn't understand.
Yeah, it's one of those mulch. Ah! That would have been great. That would have been terrible.
Anyway,
Great.
thanks for the bits.
Do you even listen to the conversation?
No.
Apparently.
Oh, why did we do then? I'm so confused.
Anyway, little bummed because of that. But what it means is, you know, essentially, I'm going to be streaming more because, you know, just bury myself in my work. She's going to be working a lot, bury herself in her work. We'll Skype when we can, and then, you know, the hope is we'll at least be able to get together for a couple visits during the summer so we don't go completely insane. And, but then by the time the summer's over, hopefully she'll have a place here in Nanaimo. The only reason she can't move in with me, in case you're wondering, is because she has pets. My place doesn't allow pets.
Those adorable pets.
Yeah, she has very adorable pets. So, yeah, so unfortunately that was not an option. So, yeah, so we're just kind of dealing with life's little curveballs, you know, as they come. And everything should be, you know, back on track by the fall, or by September. So the big problem was there's just no places available here, and the few pet-friendly places that were available just weren't returning her calls. So what the fuck can you do? She had
Fucked everything up.
she had a certain amount of time to go to get it all organized. She didn't hear back from anybody, so plan B was to move back to the mainland, where she at least has her best friend over there. So and rent is fairly cheap, so you know she can save some money, see her best friend, work her butt off all summer, and then hopefully by September find a place here. So here we go. Anyway, meantime, expect to see me streaming a lot more because I won't have anything else to do. And yeah, anyway, so if I was a little bummed tonight, that's why. That all just kind of came crashing down today. But you know,
I'm
it's all
crashing down
good.
and it hurts inside.
Yeah, it's been ongoing for the past couple of weeks, just kind of knowing that this might be a thing that will need to happen. But,
Yeah, that's a bummer, dude.
like, it's fine as far as us. Like, we've been long distance before. This is not new. Like, we know how to cope with this.
And it's temporary.
It's just that, we were getting so... it was just so wonderful being able to get together and spend actual time together and be together, and so it's really just bummed her out. Well, she has a job there. She's in the medical union here in BC, so I mean she can get a job anywhere. Job is not a problem. That's the least problem. It's just the living accommodations. So yeah, so she's already got a job lined up there. She hasn't even left yet. So it's all good. But yeah. No, it'll be fine. It's just a bummer that it needs to even go this way, but it's just kind of the way circumstances have happened, and there may be an asshole ex involved, and
son of a bitch,
throwing wrenches into the works, and
make you fall down the up escalator eternally.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. No, it's not contract. It's union. It's union. So it's different. It's all fine. It's good.
Unions, what a concept.
Everything's fine here.
She's got all that
Good.
sorted out. It's just a bummer.
here.
Bottom line is we have to spend some
How are
time
you?
living in different cities for a couple months, and then everything should be back to normal come the fall. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Those of you on Twitch, I will probably stream a little later. Need to do some filming. Seems to be cooling down a bit again, so hopefully it'll be cooled down enough that we can film. All right.
Strafe.
So, catch you later, everybody.
Had to top me at the end.
And see you next time.
Top me at the end, didn't you?
Hey, you've been out farting me all night. I owed you one.
Fair. I did rip a legendary fart. I wish I could give a sound clip of.
There you go. All right. Catch you later, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. Until next time. Until then.
Sayonara.
Sayonara. Goodbye.
Penis.
Strafe.
And stay straight. Straight. Yeah.
Strafe.
That. Stay straight. Hey, everybody. Fuck. Now, where's the mixer? I have to mute all of us before I can start the music. But there's like 50 buttons I have to press to get to that point. All right, here we go. Good night, everybody. Stay safe and stuff. Bye. Sayonara. Music!
Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no Eloica, Kung Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con un ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.